What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? It's your boy Big R. Welcome back to Big R Sports. We in the building. What it do, everybody, man? Hopefully everybody having a good day. Whether you at work getting money, whether you at the crib taking care of your family, taking care of business, man. Hopefully everybody having a good day today. But I'm back. We got another stream today. Preseason has started. The Lakers have played some basketball. Basketball is back, baby. Let me know who's excited. Get to talk about some basketball. I know it's preseason, but hey, NBA is back, baby. Let's get it. The Lakers training camp over, 2 preseason games in the book. We're gonna see how y'all feeling. I'm gonna tell y'all how I'm feeling. I'm gonna give y'all some takeaways, my first impressions of the team. We can get into it. We got topics today, of course. Lakers training camp. We're gonna talk about what we seen from the beginning, right? The rotation that JJ Redick is going to implement. It seems like we got a good idea because he's solid in his picking of his rotation. So he picked it instead of seeing what he was going to do and who he's going to implement, like what we've been through over so many years. So we know what we got. So we don't get into JJ Redick's 9-man rotation, of course, right? First 2 preseason games against the Suns yesterday and against the T-Wolves on Friday. Looking good, feeling good. There was some good things to take away from the first game. I'm saying, all the young guys was all right. First preseason game did pretty good. The second game, the starters came in, did their thing. LeBron and AD did their thing for sure. Looked like they straight off the Olympic gold medal games. You know what I'm saying? So it looks like they in mid-season form, which is a plus for this team. They come out highly motivated and highly, highly efficient. So they come in, play their little first half, be up double digits, you know what I'm saying? Gonna sit down the second half, let the young guys do their thing. And in the meanwhile, we did get the legendary moment of LeBron James playing with his son, Bronny James. It came like normal in preseason because, once they sub out for the young guys, boom, they cross, got some film on it and everything. Gonna get some takes on it and everything, man. So NBA history was broken with LeBron James, the first father-son duo to play on the same court together, even though it's preseason, right? I know we all wait on that regular season moment. It's gonna come. It's gonna come for sure. But we got a little glimpse of it here in the preseason. It would have been a lot better if Bronny would have made that corner three that Brian passed to him. But hey, you know what I'm saying? That we could do that for the regular season for sure, for sure, for sure. I want to know what y'all after these 2 preseason games. I want to know if y'all expectations for this year has changed, or what are they? To be honest with you, for this upcoming season, because if all goes well, I want to know the ceiling for this team. This team, it looks like if we hit our shots, we're gonna be one of them make or miss teams where if we making our shots, we can be dangerous because of the duo that we have and all the unique assets we got around the duo. But if we missing our shots, hey, we it might be hard times out there for the Lakers. So my expectations are still up in the air. I'm definitely gonna give y'all mine, and we're gonna get into it, man. The year is almost here, y'all. We got about a couple more weeks. We got 4 more preseason games. We got another game, I think tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go Lake Show, man. Let's get it. Let me say what's up to everybody, man. Hey, first and foremost, make sure y'all hit that like button on your way in. Definitely appreciate you. Like, share, and subscribe to Big R Sports. If you're not a member, become a member. Hit the join button at the top of the screen, top of the comment box, right? Subscribe. What it do, man? What it do? We got basketball back, baby. Let's go. Nicholas Brown in the building. What up, Nicholas Brown, man? What it do, man? The hardest working moderator on YouTube. Definitely appreciate you, my G. He also said like, share, and subscribe to the channel and continue to support. I definitely appreciate that, Nicholas, bro. Real talk. Y'all definitely hit the like button. Hit the like button. I got 11 people here on 11 likes. All right. Let's get it. We got Will in the building. What up, Will, man? Peace, famo. What it do, my G? Yes, sir. We got Daniel in the building. What up, Daniel, man? What's good with it, my G? What's cracking, man? What's good with it? Happy Monday. Yeah, my off day. So yeah, every off day is a good one, man. So my nigga Dolph in the building. Yeah, what it do, my G? What's the business, man? Hey, be safe out there on the road, riding through the loop, man. I don't want to get your tire shot out or nothing for shooting practice. You know what I'm saying? I let me stop. Be safe out there. You probably passed a little down that though. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gonna talk about our Lakers, man. You know, I'm kind of optimistic, my G, just from seeing the skill sets we got, man. I know niggas don't like D-Lo, but that nigga can shoot. And I feel like with our star players being off ball and AD being in a top post. If you remember, there was a stretch last year, y'all, where Darvin Ham had AD playing in the high post, and he was actually running plays to him. AD was like getting 7, 8 assists a game for a stretch. And then all of a sudden we went away from it. We practicing that on the first practice in the preseason, bro, when they all played together. So that is highly, highly impressive to me. And it gives me a little hope. It gives me a lot of hope. And we're gonna get into that too, man. JJ Redick, what's y'all impressions of his first coaching job with the 2 stars and with the young guys? Y'all like the way he handling things? Y'all don't like it? Y'all think it's something that he could be doing better? Something that he's doing great that he should keep doing? I want all that info in the chat, man. Let's get it. All right. We got to keep it pushing in the building, man. What it do, my G? What's good with it, man? I want to see you on the panel today. Keep it pushing, bro. Let's get it. We got Larry Jameson. What up, Larry, man? What it do, man? The Lakers didn't do anything, didn't do nothing. Stop lying. Hey, they looked at, okay, with our 2 stars, see, when we have a 2-star dynamic like LeBron James and Anthony Davis, it's all about the role players. And you can get a small glimpse of how they played off each other, JJ Redick's style of play, and be a little futuristic, as my guy Michael Marlon would say, and see into the future and see if we can play like this in the regular season. We could definitely scare some teams, bro. So we did do something. I want to say if it would have looked bad, it'd be the total opposite. So people would be killing them. So let's give them a little credit for not coming out wet in the bed, coming out looking like they in mid-season form, the 2 stars. The role players looking like they know what their role is already. And speaking of that, they had a meeting before during training camp before the preseason game started, like a lunch or something. You know what I'm saying, like a dinner or something, where they all sit down and was like, "All right, this is your role, this is your role, that's your role," and it was real thorough. You know what I'm saying? So they know what they're doing, they know what they have to do. Now you can see whether or not they succeed or fail in what they do. We had a lot last year where it was like people didn't know what the hell they were supposed to be doing. You know, you can tell already it's not going to be super ISO ball this year. So I like the off ball movement. You know what I'm saying? And I got some video I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about, because with different plays in the game, and you keep it versatile and you keep it the variety of it going, a lot of teams is going to hate to play you, bro. It's going to be hell defending us. It's going to be hell defending us, bro. So different ways we can impact the defense, bro. So let's get it, man. Larry also said Bronny James is trash. Nobody would care about no damn history. Hey, when it happens, bro, I promise you, bro, people who care would, you know. I just love how people try to take the great moments in sports away from people because they don't like them. That's funny. Brian A in the building. What up, man? What it do, my G? What's cracking, man? My nigga dog laughing, man. Hey, you know how these niggas is, right? Hoodie Walker in the building, man. What it do, my G? He said Redick wants 50 threes a game. I heard that. They said that is a joke. Lakers have no legit 3-point shooters. That is a lie. And I heard that. Hoodie Walker, we got 3-point shooters, bro. I can't tell a lie. I know. See, y'all might not rock with some players, and I get it, right? Nobody likes D'Lo, but he can shoot, right? If you don't like Austin Reeves, that's fine, but he can shoot threes, right? Gabe Vincent, if you mad that he was out all year last year, he healthy now. The dude can shoot threes, right? They banking on a young Dr. Connect can come in and make his threes. Max Christie, every chance he didn't got just proof that he can make threes, he's made them, right? Even Rui Hachimura shot 42% from three last year. And had a better preseason game this game than he had last one. So it's reasons to be optimistic, y'all. You hear me? But what up, Hoodie, man? Michael Marlin in the building, man. What it do, my G? He said this is a good Lakers stream right there. Hey, yeah, shout out to St. Louis. If y'all watch the American Music Awards, St. Louis represented, baby. Let's get it. Everybody, we had the crowd hype, baby. St. Louis stand up, baby. Now let me stop. Let's go. Mike know what I'm talking about because in Canada, that's all they got is St. Louis channels. I want to see you on the panel too today, Mike. What it do, man? I got some questions. Marquise in the building. What up, Marquise? What it do, my G? Tell him, Marquise, man, ain't nothing wrong with being optimistic, bro. Telling you, man. If we're gonna be a make or miss team, right? AD shoot 33%. We're gonna set that to the side for a second, right? And let's talk about our shooters, like we were just talking about. If I shoot 40% again, man. Hey, this little program that we got can work. I promise you it could. I'm talking about double horn action and everything, bro. I know a little bit about play set. That's what made me so mad about Darvin Ham, man, because I'm used to seeing sets and schemes and back screens and off ball movement and stuff like that. So it's a breath of fresh air, and hopefully we can execute in the regular season for sure. Hey, shout out to Adrian, man. What it do, my G? I got a new member. I definitely appreciate you, man. And because I got a new member today, man, I'm going to do a members only tonight, bro. And Adrian, I'm going to let you pick the topic, bro. So I'll put it in the chat, put it in the chat, entertainment, music, or sports. Any one of those, bro. So you got a favorite movie, a favorite Marvel franchise, a favorite verses, a favorite whatever. You know what I'm saying? Sports topic, bro. Y'all become a member, man. So you get perks with it. All right? I definitely appreciate you, though, man. Appreciate you. Shout out. Yes, sir. Appreciate that, Adrian, bro. Make sure y'all hit that like button on y'all way in, too, as well. Yes, sir. He said, I remember. What it do, man? Willie Allen in the building. What up, Willie, man? What it do? What's up, big bro? He said, I'm in Greenville, Illinois right now. I don't know where the hell that said Greenville. Yeah, be safe out there. That sounds like a sundown town. Be safe. What it do, man? Hoodie Walker, man, he said legit 3-point shooters. Well, you're gonna have to explain to me what is a legit 3-point shooter, right? Because I thought if you shoot upwards of 38% from three for a whole year, for years, you can be considered a legit 3-point shooter. I think D'Lo is considered a legit 3-point shooter. Wouldn't you agree? Right? Austin Reeves has been consistent. His 3-point percentage around 38, 39%, 37% his whole career. You can say that's pretty legit, right? So let me get into corner 3-point percentages. You don't want to do that. We got legit 3-point shooters, man. And with this off-ball offense they running with our 2 stars, man, it's gonna allow for a lot of cuts, a lot of dribble drives, a lot of drives and kicks, a lot of pick and rolls. I'm telling you, bro, this could be a very scary, a very dangerous offense. And with AD out there and Jackson Hayes hustling, how he was hustling yesterday, we can have a good defense. You got rim protectors, right? If these niggas can stay in front of people on the perimeter and play some perimeter defense, give us a top 15 defense, bro, and a top 10 offense, sounds like a championship team right there to me, y'all. Big facts, niggas. Brown, like, share, and subscribe to the channel and continue to support on the road to the next milestone. 3K on the way. Let's get. All right, I'm gonna drop this link early today, man, because that was my first impressions though, y'all. For real, y'all pretty much got me through the comments. Right, that's why I like comments, more comments, because anything that you've seen, right, I would probably say it's preseason. Of course, I know it's preseason, but that's what basketball heads do. If you're a fan of basketball, you looking at everything. You just glad the season finally here, right? And overall, not so bad. Like, so not so bad. My favorite part, I would say, but the best part is seeing how energetic the team was yesterday with the starters, with LeBron, AD playing. The way they played was probably part of it too. But if they bring that energy and effort, like my nigga Dolph say all the time, if they bring that every game, I'm telling you, it's gonna be some teams that we gonna surprise because they been listening to us talk about how bad the team is for so long. So they gonna sneak up on some teams. Watch, especially we come in hitting our threes. We're gonna have to say that a lot this year. We're gonna have to say if we hit our threes, we're gonna have to say that a lot. If we hit our threes. Hey, Samurai in the building. What up, Beast? What it do, my G? He said, I don't watch preseason basketball. Hey, and that's all right. I ain't even mad at that. But I need to see we got so much new stuff with the coaching staff, right? And with the new rotations and the new offensive style, there's so much going on. I got to pay attention to how it works. You get to see a lot because they're going to work on a lot. So I'll pay attention to it, man. But I do understand what you're saying because, like, we can go 6-0 in the preseason and be trash when the season starts. I done seen it happen before. Don't quote me on this, but I know it was a few years ago, maybe several years ago. We went 6-0 and started the season off horrible, right? I definitely remember that year, and that's suspect to every team in the NBA. You can have a good preseason, but it's like the NFL. Or I would take that game yesterday. We was up double digits and looked like we should have won that game yesterday, but the backups come in, skew records, skew stats and all that kind of stuff because, no matter what, not the scrubs, but the backups was going to be in the fourth quarter, and they came back, Phoenix came back and won last night. So, but if the starters would have been in there the whole time, we would have watched them. All right. And that gave me an idea when I was thinking about that today. And y'all let me know in the chat what y'all think about this. If I was JJ Redick, right, seeing how well we played in the first half, one of these last 4 preseason games, I will start all my young guys and all my 9 starters, all my bench players. I will start them and have them play the first half, and whatever the outcome is, I will have my starters start the second half and show them how, or teach them how to close out the game and see if they can close out the game. All right. But I know it would never work because the other team will have their backups in. So I don't know. Maybe JJ Redick can go talk to the other head coach and be like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. Would you like to do it? That way our starters can practice closing out games instead of starting games. Just an idea. You know what I'm saying? Just an idea. FBA Unloaded. What it do, my G? Said, what's good, big boy? Salute to Artillery Gang. Shout out to the Artillery Gang, man. I appreciate y'all, man. We got newest member, Adrian, in the building. Shout out to Artillery Gang, man. The newest, oldest member, Adrian. Let me see. Hoodie Walker. Said, just waiting on Brian to throw his son alive or for his son to throw Brian alive. Which one to be more impressive, Hoodie Walker, bro? Brian throwing him alive or Bronny throwing Brian? I think Bronny throwing Brian alive would be more crazy. Yeah. But I don't know. Because it's gonna be light because now it's gonna be they'll probably play again together in the preseason. But once the regular season starts, He's going to be designated to the G League with a few other players on our team. So we might have to wait a minute before we get the regular season moment. It's going to be a random night where it's going to be a blowout, and those guys are recalled to the team where they sit on the end of the bench. You know what I'm saying? Don't have games or whatever the case may be. And we blowing somebody out by 30. And they come in the fourth quarter. Brian going to come out there in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? They're going to leave him in. It's going to be just like what we seen. And then they're going to get a few plays together. Then they're going to say, blow the whistle, take Brian out, and then they're going to proceed to try to finish the game off. You know? Which would be still a great moment, right? Because even though Bronny got technically his first points, some points don't count. His first NBA points for real, will be in the regular season, if he ever play in the regular season. Let's go. I stopped casuals for fun. What it do, my G? What's good with it, man? Talking about these Lakers, man. I'm a little more optimistic than I was. You know what I'm saying? From training camp, the reports I heard coming out of training camp, y'all, made me a little more optimistic. These last two preseason games, because I don't care about wins or losses. I just care about how they look. You know, Austin Reeves can't shoot no more. I'm just playing. He had a bad shooting game, but just his activity and his passing ability was a little better. So I definitely got something, you know, to look forward to. Chris Jones in the building. What up, Chris, man? What it do, my G? He said, all right, what up, boy? It's been tough lately out here for a pimp. I know, man. Hopefully you ain't in Florida, man. Because it was hard, man. Be easy, bro. I am Zoe Media. What up, Zoe Pine? What it do, my G? What's going on, y'all? 40 people around these 40 likes. Make sure y'all hit that like button for your boy, man. Appreciate that, y'all. He said, I can't say I'm more optimistic even after seeing it because I don't believe in the roster. Maybe if Vando was 110%. See, I didn't see, to me, I didn't move past Vando already. I hated that we don't have no report, no concrete evidence of when he might come back, not even a window. They ain't even gave us a window. To me, that tells me it's really bad. And it's one of them heel to Achilles injuries where Vando's not even going to be the same anymore, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because they keep saying foot or hip, you know what I'm saying? But if you remember, the actual injury was this heel. And it's the back of the heel that connects to the Achilles going down the back of your calf, right? And them kind of injuries, you might not be the same. Kevin Durant, you know what I'm saying, went through the same thing. All right. And if you got tendonitis, that means that anytime you try to ramp up and come back to play, it flares up and you got to be stuck on the bench like you Kendrick Nunn. So I can't even call it, bro. They got to so Vando, I kind of took him out the picture, man. Vando gonna have to show me something when he come back. Because Vando ain't gonna be the same, in my opinion. And then we find out he got surgeries on both his feet. Come on, man. On both your feet, bro. Yeah, you out. You gonna be out half the season, bro. We'll probably see Christian Wood before we see Vando, and that's gonna be sad. That means that we got to start talking about whether or not Vando was even worth acquiring. You know, is he ever gonna be the same again? We got to start talking about all of that, bro. Because Vando starting to let some niggas down, and you can see it in his face during the media day. You can see it in his face at practices. He looked like he got a defeated mentality where he just like he didn't want to answer questions. He was like he didn't know when he was gonna come back. The Lakers probably ain't giving him no timeline either. I don't know what they being so tight-lipped for, but they are. Pedro, what to do, Pedro? He said Grizzlies. I think the Grizzlies are gonna be decent this year, but there's so many good teams in the West. I think they think they still like one of those teams, but because they've been so down so many years now, I think the West then passed them up, even at their best right now. So they're gonna have to work it out. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably be a few seeds under us, right? So we definitely gonna take out of the first 15 games. I know we got the Grizzlies. So yeah, we coming. Chris Jones said, I feel you, but they really need him or somebody else. And that's just the thing, bro. I think the third star thing, or just like another, it depends on what that thing is, Chris. Right? If it's not a third star, like the piece that, like, I think we need a better role players as far as bigs. It's something that is set where we're like, you know what they like a role player. You know what I'm saying? A big who know what he's coming in supposed to do and get it done. You know, but we gotta wait until that person presents himself and the deal, and all the other teams want to make a deal, and so on and so forth. You know how they go. So honestly, it's a good. LeBron had 20 without forcing anything, and that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna show a play later on in the stream where AD had the ball in the high post. They did a double horn screen, and what that means is that they try to run the defenders into each other right around the ball handler. Where AD had the ball at the top of the key, so you saw Brian break around to the right, get it wide open. AD turned around to the left and did a drop pass, boom, on the other side of the defense. You know what I'm saying? Them kind of off-ball plays, bro, because they are so high IQ players. Those plays gonna be there all year, bro. This is what we've been asking for all year last year, maybe for the last couple years, bro. This kind of ball movement, this kind of activity amongst Brian off ball and AD with the ball. Oh man. So honestly, it is good though. LeBron, I read that one already, for sure. But the link in the chat, y'all. The link is in the chat. My fault. I know I said I was gonna drop it a few minutes ago. Y'all come on up here, man. Talk your issue about how the Lakers preseason has started so far. Training camp, the starters, the rotation, JJ Redick coaching ability so far, which I don't think is too bad. You know, I think I would give him probably like a B plus so far. He has a chance to make it an A, depending on how this preseason goes. Because if you remember when we first was thinking about hiring JJ Redick, I wasn't a fan. I was so tired of hiring new coaches. I was like, new coaches, man, come on, man. Not a new coach again, bro. But they did it. Listened to him talk, gave him the benefit of the doubt. You know, I knew he was very smart, but the coaching staff, when he hired his coaching staff, that made me think. And then when training camp started, you know what I'm saying, all I heard was practice, and that is not what I heard last year or the year before that, right? Because I heard practice, and that means scrimmaging, 5-on-5s, 4s-on-4s, not just shooting drills. You know what I'm saying? So that was made me more optimistic. Then I seen how he coaching the kind of plays he's gonna be trying to run throughout the season. And if you got LeBron and AD with shooters and with people who can make plays also, that gives him a plethora of plays to run. He can pick and choose what works best, what works every time, his go-tos in different situations. His go-tos if you need to get a bucket, his go-tos if he need to get so-and-so a bucket, so on and so forth. He can really maneuver throughout his play calling with the kind of team that we have. I think this team might be built, you know what I'm saying? Even though it was kind of built before he got there, I think it was kind of built for him because he has his shooters. He has his dominant ball handler who's going to control everything. He has his monster on defense. He has his dirty work guy who's going to do all the rebounding, all the block shots, all the defensive hard hat work. You know, he got everything he need on this team. So we're going to see if we can make it work, man. Yeah. So far, we looking good. I know they feeling good. You know, it's all smiles. Everybody feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Brian got his son on the team. I think that's gonna be inspiring to the team, man. Remember, I always told y'all, bro. This might be LeBron last year. He looked real motivated, and part of his motivation was to get his son on the squad. But to win a championship with his son on the squad, it's something totally different. It's something totally different, bro, for real. So yeah, I'm a little bit more excited about when the season starts to see how we start off with this team. Because the first 10 games, starting with the T-Wolves, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, bro. He said the defensive rotations were solid, too. A lot of the deflections and energies, a lot of happy hands. That is true. I definitely agree with that. All right? Because Jess, they still fighting for positions within the 9-man rotation. So it's a lot of energy going around that team. They said it's very intense and they little practices and stuff like that. So hey, it is what it is, bro. If it makes us a better team, it makes us a better team, bro. Let's go. Skinner in the building. What up, Skinner, man? What do you do, my G? Chilling, man. Off day, streaming. All right. Put the link in the chat. Anybody want to come up here and holler at your boy? Let's get it. First 10 games of the season. Let me see if I got that up real quick. Let me see. Thought I had it up already. Might have to re-download it. Nah, I don't. Oh, man, I thought I had it. I was going to Google it and read it off. Lakers schedule 2024-25 season.
The Lakers will be playing the Bucks on Thursday at 7 p.m. at the Milwaukee Bucks Arena.
I mean to do that. Yes, sir. All right, the first Lakers game against the Timberwolves is October 22nd, right? So that's not too far away. That's about 2 weeks away, all right? Timberwolves, Suns, Kings, Suns, Cavs, Raptors, Pistons, and Grizzlies. That's not too bad, y'all. I think we're gonna be all right. I think I said 7-3. I'm gonna stick with that 7-3 in our first 10 games. Because I think that's what, playing like this. And hopefully we can get some teams who still trying to learn their new players, so on and so forth. I think we might be able to do it, bro. Our next game is Thursday against the Bucks. October 10th. And then we got the Warriors on Tuesday. I'm gonna be able to cover that game for sure because I'm off on Tuesday. What y'all think about playing all these on preseason games? Well, we play a lot of preseason games for sure. Bound 2 in the building. What it do, my G? Chilling, man. Went over the first 10 games. I remember a lot of y'all schedule was like, hey, it is what it is. I've seen a lot of 5 and 5s, a lot of 4 and 6s. It ain't gonna work like that, bro. So I think it's good. Get the rhythm together. Yeah, I do too. That's a lot of games, man, too, though, man. And they always play some good competition too. Every preseason. Seems like we play the same teams too. Phoenix, the Bucks, the Warriors. Every preseason. But it is what it is, bro. But I would love to see the Lakers starters play a second half instead of the first half. That'd be dope. See if they can close out a game. That's what I'd do as a coach. I wouldn't care who was out there. Samurai say 6-2. Yeah, that'll be dope. That'll shut a lot of people up. Mission 24 in the building. What it do, my G? He said the Gohan and Goku photo is fire. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, I found it black saying, I seen it. I said, yeah, I got to clip that. I got to clip that. Yeah. I'm dope with the graphics, bro. He says, they going to mostly play the bench guys. That's not going to get ticked during the regular season. I know, but so it's maybe they probably they're gonna sit out one more game too, round two for sure. So we might get 2 out of the 4 where they're gonna take it seriously and maybe playing to the third quarter. I don't think they're gonna finish out no games. They might the second to last game before they don't play the last game or something like that. So I don't know. But questions in the chat. Let me know what y'all got any what or worries about the upcoming season. You know what I'm saying? Let me get some questions. But if they play the bench guys, I ain't gonna be mad at that, bro. Because Gabe Vincent quietly had 2 good preseason games, playing the exact role that we would need him to play um, in the regular season. Quietly, I think he was like, you know what I'm saying, had like 6 points last game, but he was two for 4, hit 2 threes, 2 for 4, 50%. And in the first game, he had like 8 points. It was like 2 for 3 from deep. You know what I'm saying? In minimal minutes. So it was cool because that's what we supposed to. He's supposed to come in, be efficient, play good defense, make your shots, bro, make your threes. He said off topic, but you gotta watch the new show called. Oh yeah, I've been watching The Penguin, bro. I'm already caught up. I caught up in everything. I watched episode 3 yesterday. You know, I was thinking about starting a TV YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Starting a YouTube channel about television shows and movies and a whole lots like that. Instead of doing one-on-one show or something like that, specializing on one show, it's gonna try to specialize on genres, a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like a review slash reaction channel or something. But just ideas. Thinking out something I could record real quick. You know. But so far so good. It is good. He said, I only got one tall dude. We got 2 tall dudes, man. And I don't know, man, but Rory looked tall too, man. Rory looked like he had better 6'9". And I'm actually want to see how he play this year. Um, I remember when I had my last stream, I said he was gonna be the X factor. I'm gonna stand to that. I think Rory, we gonna go as far as Rory can take us, so to speak. If he becomes more dynamic and more efficient and more impactful this season, impact of winning, oh man, we got a lot of talent on this team. He said, nope, nah, look like every other year Brian go out the game and we lose the league. Oh, then that's preseason. Come on, chill, bro. and that's part of JJ Redick offense, bro. If we keep the movement, and he spoke on this too before. He spoke on having where things don't change because of like the time of the game, like in the fourth quarter, things of that sort. So I thought that was real interesting, bro. What up, Ballers Life? What it do, my G?
Man, what's good, Art? I'm gonna need you to show some more emotion up here, man. Show a little bit more excitement over
Man,
here.
hey, it's my off day. I am in chill mode, bro.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. This is my first off day too, from school and work. I'm just chilling, man. But how you doing today?
Doing good, man. Doing good, bro. Glad I was off. I was like, you know what? I got to do a stream today. Otherwise, people gonna think I done disappeared from the world. So I definitely got to do one today. So I was meant to get one in yesterday, but my stayed at work. So I was like, yep. I woke up, set it up, Then came on, man, talking about the Lakers. So I kind of lumped it all together with training camp and a couple preseason games. So what I want hold on. First and foremost, how you been? I'm sure.
Hey man, I've been doing good, man. I've been staying out the way. I've been grinding, been grinding. Schoolwork, haven't had that much time, but basketball season coming up, I gotta make some time.
Yes, sir. I am too, man. I know the season started. I'm trying to be ready to do it more regularly. Uh, when the actual season get here, but don't cross your fingers. But anyway, I'm here now.
That's what that matters.
You know what I'm saying? the, Give me your impressions of the Lakers, like before the season, or before this preseason, the training camp started. And has anything changed since the training camp and these few preseason games?
Okay, to be honest, let's see. Before the season started, I was like, you know what? I like the JJ Redick coach move because it's LeBron's guy. LeBron approved of him. JJ Redick is a smart basketball sense guy. He always broke down plays, always broke down how teams can be better with different play styles. So I was very optimistic. I was like, okay, JJ Redick, he might come in here, do some things, make them shoot more threes, which hopefully will result in them practicing more threes. So I was like, okay, JJ Redick, that's a good option. Then I was like, you know what, Christian Wood, Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, all of them will be healthy. They could start the season training camp, could learn each other. Cool. Then I see Jared Vanderbilt might not start. I'm like, okay. That's our best defender on the team, but he's not going to play. But he missed majority of last season. I'm like, okay, that's not sounding too good. Christian Wood over here on Twitter, like, oh, Laker Nation, I'm back, yada yada. Christian Wood out 4 to 6 weeks because of a knee procedure. I'm like, okay, those are two key guys in my opinion that are out. But then based on what I see from preseason, I think, to be honest, Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves, and D'Lo, we always said those people would determine how the Lakers play. So far, Rui looked nice. Austin Reeves, he looks decent outside of the shooting. It's like his I don't know, his shot isn't there right now. But I think Austin Reeves gonna get better, and D'Lo has been playing well. I do think the Lakers have the potential to be a fourth or fifth seed because I'm banking on LeBron not playing every game. Obviously, he's 40 years old. But I do think the Lakers have a good chance to be a top contending team in the league. Obviously, if we're banking on health.
I think LeBron is gonna play 65 games. He's gonna play a lot.
Oh no, man. Are he 40 years old?
That's just what he do, man.
I was gonna say 60, but 65 ain't too far off. Especially if he could coast a couple games and just be there, but not there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. But the amount of activity JJ Redick saying like he's gonna have him in is gonna be crazy. So, have you seen the last two preseason games?
No, I saw the first quarter of the last one, but I did not see the first game.
Okay, so from what you've seen, what's your first impressions of JJ Redick coaching style?
I actually like the play styles so far. I think it's a lot of ball movement and obviously a lot of threes being shot. It looks like they are genuinely running plays as opposed to with Darvin Ham. People felt like they could do whatever they want. So it's like what is it called? It's okay, I get the ball, let me go to work. You get the ball, you go to work. But with JJ Redick, it looks like their plays being called.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's a huge, huge, huge difference in the coaching play styles. And it looks like to me, well, so far LeBron and AD are bought in to JJ Redick being the coach. And last thing, you're seeing a lot of fun, whether it's them practicing or on the bench. You see like the vibes, just everyone having fun, laughing and joking with each other. Whereas towards the end of last year, I felt like you could tell there was tension on the bench. It wasn't too much laughing, smiling, dancing like the Lakers used to be.
That's a good point right there. So what did you pick the Lakers to be for their first 10 games?
I think 7-3.
You still comfortable with it?
Yeah.
Okay,
To
cool.
be honest, are the only losses I see is whichever losses LeBron and AD are out, or unless they play like a young team like OKC, Minnesota. If LeBron and AD aren't locked into that game, I could see that slipping. But if LeBron and AD play, I don't see them losing too many games while both of them play.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can't wait till the season start, bro.
Yeah,
Man, that's gonna be crazy dynamic for them still playing with them. Like it's like their chemistry got renewed in the Olympics.
exactly.
And if it's like that, then the league is in trouble. Um, what's your expectations for this year then?
Okay, I'm trying to keep the expectations low, right? However, preference wise, obviously I'm a LeBron James fan. I'm an Anthony Davis fan. If you ask me who's gonna win the championship, I'm gonna say them every time. However, expectations wise, I believe the expectations should be they're let's say 4 to 6 seed. They're like middle of the pack. And I think this team should be expected to win a round or two. I think those are legitimate expectations for what the Lakers' current roster and situation is. However, since LeBron is on the team, it will be championship or bust. Western Conference Finals at worst, and they would be expected to at least make the playoffs.
Yeah, playoffs is a must. Second round, no, third round or better is a must.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. Um, the first glimpse we got of Bronny and Brian playing together on the court. Did you take it? I'm gonna go at a different angle. Did you take it as like that was the moment or not?
No, I think to me, the moment will be obviously opening night when it's official, or if Bronny throws an alley oop to LeBron or vice versa. That to me, there's no better moment than Bronny throwing it off the backboard and LeBron dunking the ball.
That'll be
That's
correct.
that's the moment right there. And that very well could happen because one thing I will say, Bronny is a good defender, right? I could very well see him getting a steal on a fast break and LeBron going behind him. Obviously, they're gonna have to get that done in the first 3 to 5 games because after a while they're gonna send Bronny to the G League. So he kind of to me, Bronny has a couple games to like do that little father son thing. Then they'll be like, okay, that's all sweet and all, but now we getting back to business. And then Bronny gonna go back to the South Bay Lakers.
I agree. I don't think it's going to be the first game of the year. It might. That's a good. My scenario was that the first time that he's on the end of the bench, not in South Bay, um, and we either losing by 30 or beating somebody by 30, then we'll get like the moment how it was kind of like last night when they were just interchanging real quick.
Yeah.
I think it'll be like that. I don't think he's going to be. He's not part of JJ Redick's 9-man rotation.
Oh, obviously not.
You know, so it'll be. I can't call it the first game of the year. I really can't.
Now the only thing, Art, is the first game of the year is probably the most Bronny's gonna play this season. Yeah, actually, I could very well see the Lakers. What is it called? Making an adjustment, meaning they play more than 9 guys just so Bronny, LeBron can have their moment. Play Bronny 5 to 10 minutes the first game, and then after that, JJ Redick will go back to his rotation. I do think marketing wise, sales wise, and respect to LeBron, they will try to play Bronny the first game, but strictly just the first game.
Now they will get murdered in the media and on YouTube and every other platform if they did that, bro.
They would.
They will get murdered. They would, bro, because they will make. See, I want the moment. I think people should want the moment to happen naturally, right? I don't think it should be manufactured. I feel like if it's manufactured, it'll take away from the moment. It can't be in the first game when it's a close game,
Of
and
course.
it matters. If it's like I said, if it's a blowout, he can leave him in for the whole fourth quarter for all I care. I don't care. But to do it in the second quarter, he gonna get crucified in the media.
They will be.
That's just how people is.
They will be crucified. But honestly, to me, it's either first game or it has to happen naturally. You can't not play Bronny the first 3 games, then just all of a sudden be like, okay, this is the moment, yada yada. To me, it's either first game or bust. Like, yeah, first game where it happens naturally.
That first game, bro. I mean, we gonna be losing to it.
It's gonna be calling for LeBron to be traded.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Why are you doing that?" Yeah, oh, it's gonna be bad, but I wouldn't want to do it. Yeah, give me some time, month or two. I'll say about a month into the season, some random day in October or November, I should say, and then get it done. So maybe Ronnie can prove in these 4 games he's better than Huscafino. No, he's definitely not better than Jay.
Absolutely.
Huscafino.
Absolutely.
He can shoot. And last question before I get to Zoe. What up, Zoe? What it do, my G?
What's up, baby?
What's happening, man? I'm gonna ask you one more question, and then we're gonna open it up and get into a conversation. All right. So we went over the Sher moment part already. Let's go over the 9-man rotation. Will be my last question of all. So we got our 5 starters in D'Lo, Austin, Rory, Brian, and AD.
Yep.
Give me your 4.
Damn, that's tough because two of them are injured right now.
Nope, they can't be injured. Yep.
All right, let's see. So obviously we got the starters. Then I'm gonna say, Gabe Vincent, Jackson Hayes, Dalton Connect, because he's a shooter. I wouldn't mind seeing him in the rotation. And now it's between Reddish and Max Christie. To me, Max Christie's been playing really well in the preseason. Cam Reddish is a good defender. I would actually go with Christie. I think I would say Vincent, Christie, Hayes, and Connect. I know I'm leaving out Hood, Shafino, and Cam Reddish.
You missing somebody.
I'm missing someone?
Hold on, let me see. Is he? Nope.
Yep, the next 3, Vincent, Connect, Max Christie, and then Jackson Hayes.
Okay. It definitely gotta be Max Christie. So I'm taking Gabe, Jackson Hayes, Max Christie, and Dalton Connect.
Yep.
Cam Reddish is out of there. That's crazy, bro. All right, yeah. It looks like that's what it's gonna be. So, all right, let's get to Zoe. Zoe, you want to answer that question first, or you want me to start at the top?
Whatever you want to do.
All right, we're gonna start
What
at
was
the top.
that?
Your first impression before the training camp and the preseason, and has what you've seen in training camp, all the reports, and in the first 2 preseason games, have any of that made you change your mind?
I never had to change my mind because I was always optimistic. Again, like playing basketball overseas, you know how many I had like 3 coaches, even at Tulane, playing in college. Like I had we had 3 coaches. We actually had our coach be fired my freshman year and a new coach come in. So I'm one of those who've been in that situation before multiple times. Like I never really felt like JJ Redick was a bad hire. So I never had to change my mind. I was always optimistic from the beginning. And again, we live in a microwave society when you think about sports, right? We want everything now. We want everything to be what we want it to be selfishly, of course. But like Phil Jackson didn't have no pedigree when he came in. Rick Carlisle didn't have no pedigree when he came in. Eric Spoelstra didn't have no pedigree when he came in. I'm confused. Even you even go back to the Celtics. Red Auerbach, he didn't have no pedigree when he started winning with the Celtics. Like, I'm confused at these expectations of some fans, and a lot of them be haters, honestly, masquerading. You got to come in with all these championships. You got to come in with all this experience. Steve Kerr, another example, a modern day example, didn't have no experience. Took over for a defensive minded coach. Came in with his offensive philosophy from the front office, running a different set of plays. You think about off-screen curls for Klay Thompson, V cuts for Steph Curry. So that's what I expect JJ Redick to come in. He got an offensive mind. Like you said earlier, that was one thing I was going to get to. I love that double horn screen. And again, when you got Bron and AD and you can run that successfully, and if Austin Reeves could hit that nail, if Austin Reeves could just get to that nail and knock down that little 15-footer, it's going to be trouble all season. As long as all three of them are brought in to run in that exact screen set, it's going to be trouble all season. And I watch Brian's body language when he walk into the bench. He actually looks at JJ Redick. He actually reaches his hands out to, give him a high five. Like, I pay attention to those things as a former player. Like, it's those little things you got to pay attention to, not what they're doing on the court, how they interacting with the bench, things like that. Like, that's what I see different this year. Even though it's preseason, you don't want to get your hopes too high, but I do pay attention to the little things.
They do look like it does look like it's a different energy this year. And they not walking past JJ Redick. They used to walk right past Darvin Ham. So
yeah, that's what I said. I pay attention to the little things,
So speaking about JJ Redick, that leads to my next question. I think the thing that people main concern with him was probably the only legitimate one was his coaching experience or lack thereof. From the first two games, how you like the plays he's running, how he's basically coaching the team. And what up, HM3? What up, Quan? What up, Derrick Henry? I'll fuck with it.
Yeah, I honestly like it. At the end of the day, I like ball movement. We were too stagnant last year. We depended on too much heavy ball, high top ISO, especially with Bron and Austin Reeves. They depended too much on that high post ISO. Like, I didn't really like that. That's not a good offense. That's more of like an 80s style offense. And that was one of my biggest gripes with Darvin Ham last year. I don't think he put offensive minded coaches around him because he's like a kind of like a player's coach. And when you're a player's coach, you need those particular type of skill set of coaches around you. And I think that was part of what happened to him last year as far as developing the team. Even when you think about the rookies, it was weird. It was weird last year with the offense. Like, I hear front office, I heard Darvin Ham talk about they going to develop the younger players. And I just think about my freshman year in college or even my first year overseas, like understanding floor spacing, understanding where my shots come at, how many shots I'm going to get a game. I don't think even Max Christie last year, he struggled with that because his minutes were here and there. Like, that's one thing that always confused me. And a lot of people who actually haven't, played at a high level don't really pay attention to that. But I always watch the games and I was like, I don't see youth development, and they preached that all preseason. That was one thing, but that's here nor there. It was last season. But with this season, even though it's preseason, I like ball movement. And again, half of those players aren't going to play in the regular season, right? It's going to be 9-10 man at most, right? But you can tell coaches who really want to implement an offensive set because it's not just about those players. It's about Bron and AD when they're on the bench, still seeing those plays be ran, still seeing that particular ball movement. Again, when you're on the bench, it's film study too. It's not just when you're watching it through a screen on TV after the game. When you're on the bench, that's film study as well. We call it in person. So again, him still keeping that offensive flowing, even when the second half, even yesterday, and I like how he involves his coaches because that last play, I don't know if anybody noticed it. JJ didn't draw that play up. His assistant coach did. So I like that he's giving them confidence and growing because if the coaching staff's on the same page, the team's gonna be on the same page because they see those things.
That is true. That is true. I said earlier in the stream the first thing that because when we first hired JJ Redick, when we were talking about hiring JJ, I wasn't a fan. I'm gonna be honest about it. I did not. I wanted a coach with some experience for a change. So, but the first thing I liked it was his coaching staff. Nate McMillan, Scott Brooks, and the other dudes who talking about is looks like it's well formed and they work real good together already because they was real organized during training camp. They looked like they were actually working on things, and you could see it. You know what I'm saying in the preseason games already. So it's crazy. But
like people who don't know, like Scott Brooks, who you think Scott Brooks came there for? Who? And a lot of people ain't even really talking about this yet. Like, I'm probably one of the first people to actually call this out. Why you think Scott Brooks is on that team?
He got
and it's gonna shock you by what I'm about to say.
He got a relationship with somebody on that team. He got a relationship with a player on that team.
I don't think it has nothing to do with the relationship he has with the players. Well, with all the players, he's there for Russell. He's there for Russell.
Russell who? D'Angelo Russell?
D-Lo. Yes. He's there for D-Lo. Again, you got to remember, who did he coach?
Russell Westbrook.
There you go. Who literally is heavy ball ISO, just like D-Lo. Like they play styles are different, but again, their offensive movements are the same. And people be getting that confused. Like your play styles can be different where your offensive movements can still be the same. You get where I'm going with that? So like he was brought there specifically. And D'Lo mentioned it in the press conference, and I already had thought about it. And when he mentioned to him and Scott Brooks' relationship, I was like, I was right. I was definitely right. I think he was brought there specifically for what D'Lo has going on with the team.
You know what? You know what makes me nervous about that is that I think he was a failure with Russell Westbrook.
in a sense, I mean, in a sense, no, Art. It's a difference between being a failure as a head coach getting to the promised land and a failure developing a player and getting him to where he needs to be. That's two different things now.
Yeah, and I
so
think
was he a failure as far as winning a championship or getting Russell Westbrook an MVP?
I think it's the two things that you said that were different. I think they both are different, but they both apply here, right? To me, he needed a coach who can rein him in and not let him be as dominant personality as he was. He needed a coach that could slap some sense in him and tell him that he can't shoot and he shouldn't shoot the ball 30 times a game. My memory of Russell Westbrook that sticks in my mind and probably will about his whole career is I think it was game 5 of the 2012 NBA Finals.
Yeah.
I want to say he had like 40 points or something, but he shot the ball like 38 times.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
hey, look, you again. That's why I say two things could be true, right? Scott Brooks getting them to the promised land and being able to reel in players is different from him getting D'Lo to understand how to play within the offense, right? That's two different things. Because even though Russell Westbrook was ball dominant, if you watch him, he still knew when to get KD the ball. He still knew when to get Ibaka the ball. He still knew when to play off ball so James Harden could go one-on-one. You kind of get where I'm going with that? I think it's more of that mentality, that court mentality versus like him just getting them to the promised land.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
That's what I'm talking about. Look, I'm a former point guard. I just pay attention to coaches like that, you know.
Okay, so his role as an assistant, you know what I'm saying, he might be able to pull that off. But I'm gonna get into this next segment, and this is for both of y'all, right? But I'm gonna give it to Viola's Life first. It's a video finna come up about the press conference, and they talking about Bronny and Bronny James at first, and then they get into the highlights. And you could talk over the highlights, right? So keep your mic unmuted. Viola's Life, I want you to point out what you see, what you liked, you know what I'm saying, from the highlights of the game, okay?
All right, that's cool.
All right, let me run this video real quick. I got bad reception,
LeBron
man.
and
So
Bronny
hopefully
shared the floor for the
it
first
goes
time at the
smooth.
beginning of the second quarter. Why was that the right time to play them together? And what
Wow,
did you
it's
think
like
of
you
that
can unmute
stretch?
your mic.
I thought the stretch was okay, just in terms of our team, and that was during a stretch where I think we had some issues with.
And then ultimately, to be able to work with your son, I think that's one of the greatest things that a father could ever hope for or wish for. So it's pretty cool. It's definitely a moment that I would never forget, and it's pretty cool. I mean, for a father, it means everything.
All right, this the plays I was talking about. Just the sets. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you like.
Immediately how they fed AD, obviously. I think that's a big thing. I feel like earlier on in the past, it was either D'Lo, Reeves, or I forgot who else started. But a lot of times it was D'Lo, Reeves trying to get their shot offs early, trying to cook early, and you saw AD kind of have to find ways to be dominant, whether it was getting offensive rebounds, demanding the ball, or other things like that. I feel like early on, if you feed Anthony Davis, that's how the Lakers could be the most productive, because engaged Anthony Davis starts blocking shots around the court. When he's not motivated or engaged, that's when you start seeing, what is it? Not AD not playing defense, but AD not being the defensive player of the year. AD.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. Into the game, to the point where he will focus on other things. If you feel like, you know what I'm saying, hey, if y'all want to sit up here and shoot all these shots, you better make them, because I'm going to be doing all the other things I got to do.
Yeah.
I definitely got 100% agree with that. Go ahead.
You see how AD is catching it at the high post? I was begging for that all last year. AD's passing ability is underrated. He can see over the defense. He's a willing passer. You see how he getting it at the high post, and he's creating the off-ball action just from his ball movement with the ball in his hands. Like some centers, Joel Embiid does it a lot. He'll catch the ball at the elbow and just stand there. You got to put the ball on the floor a little bit, even if it's just rotating the defense, so they can have off-ball action on the other side. Every time you watch AD catch it, even in this preseason game, notice he always got a shooter on his strong hand side, just in case he wants to drive, and he got off-ball action on his weak hand side, on the weak side. So that's another little wrinkle I think JJ is going to implement this year, and they ran it like 4 or 5 times in the first quarter. Like AD getting the ball at the high post and everybody's just moving off ball instead of just standing in the corner. You got off ball action. So that's definitely something I want to see all year long, because AD's passing is underrated. I've been saying it for like 2 years.
That's big facts right there. AD is a really talented passer for a big man, and no one really talks about that. I agree with that statement 100%.
Yep. I said earlier in the stream, if y'all remember a stretch last year where Darvin Ham actually played him out the high post, and he was getting like 7, 8, 9 assists a game, and then we just went away from it like it never happened. But
consistent offense. Hopefully we get that this year, Art. I just want a consistent offense, and let's see what happens. Like when we did to switch it up, because we losing 2 or 3 games, like let's just keep it.
And he was a point guard in high school, so AD got IQ.
Yeah, you do. And I don't know what pass it was, and I don't know if it's in here. I'm gonna run back the video portion or the game portion one more time, because I wanted to see that double horn action that we was talking about earlier, because it was crazy, bro. I looked at that play. I said, oh yeah, there it is, right there. I'm gonna leave it right there for a second. So tell y'all what I'm talking about. When I told y'all they try to run the defenders into each other. That's why they call it a double horn play, because what they call them things with the horns that be crashing into each other. Not sheep, but what you call them?
Talking about Rams?
Rams. There you go. Yes, double horn action. Boom. Try to run your defenders into each other. Watch this play right here, man. It works perfectly. Boom. 80 pivot foot, Brian back around to the right side. Boom. Perfect play, bro. Just good
Yeah, but
basketball.
Art, that's what I was talking about. Who had the ball in the double horn action? Who has it?
AD. Yeah.
Brian had it last year. And I always said Brian don't need to be running the high post action. Give it to AD. Brian is a great cutter.
Yep.
I said that last year. And people was arguing with me. Like, no, I was like, have y'all people be watching YouTube videos, they be on people's channels. I actually did that play.
And that's
It was
another
weird, man.
and real quick, that is another great point. LeBron is such a great cutter to the basketball. He should be playing off ball a little bit more. Just to take how LeBron be getting mad at people for not making the right cuts. I'm like, LeBron, you know what? Instead, give them the ball and you make the correct cuts. That's all you gotta do.
I don't know. I just like the ball movement, man. I like even the ball movement and the off ball movement from all the other players, where it's everybody's doing something. We'll be hard pressed to where players just run to the corner and just be chilling. So I like that aspect of it. And,
We didn't see that a lot
that
yesterday.
made me excited. Go ahead, Zo.
No, I was just saying we didn't see that a lot yesterday, which I like. That's why I was like kind of praising him. We didn't see a lot of everybody just run to the corner and watch Brian just dribble the ball up top the key. We didn't really see a lot of that yesterday.
Is this the new NBA style of play? Anybody can answer that. Bottles Life, you go first. Is this the new style that they said that we couldn't run because of LeBron's play style, or having a bad coach like Darvin Ham?
I feel like that's kind of hard because most of the time when people just talk about basketball, the first thing they'll say is the Lakers can't run a fast pace or they can't shoot threes. So they don't really break down play calls like that. They just all assume that the game of basketball is just you run fast, go on fast breaks, try to steal the ball or shoot 3-pointers. None of them actually break down a play on what other teams are doing. So when people say the Lakers can't do that, I think they mostly mean the Lakers can't shoot the basketball, and they contribute that to the Lakers can't play a good offensive game. But the new offensive game is a run and gun. I can't lie. Every young team, they shoot threes and they do play with the fast pace. So if that's what we're talking about, I don't think the Lakers could do that. But the play calls y'all are talking about, if they run plays, set plays, LeBron cutting more, AD on the high post more, yes, the Lakers can't keep up that offense throughout the season.
Okay, before Zoe answers, I'm gonna respond because I don't want to forget it. The play style I seen yesterday reminds me of that though, Bob, because they were running too, and they were doing the plays out the sets like the young teams do. They young, they probably run more, yes, but we was doing it yesterday too. We was getting out in transition. We scored 70 points in the first half. And that to me is what the young game is and what they do. They score a lot of points, they shoot a lot of threes, like you said. So that's why I asked that question.
Yeah. And we can't forget, obviously, we all know JJ Redick, one of the best shooters of all time, right? He's gonna have them shooting threes. That's just a given. Whether they're in practice for hours, you got to make 100 threes before you leave. JJ Redick is gonna have that team shooting. That's just in his DNA.
What up, Gravy? Hey, JJ Redick better be out there teaching them niggas how to shoot threes then, because he better not just be doing it off his own career. So what you think, bro? Is this the new style of NBA that JJ Redick is coaching?
Yeah. Honestly, I hear that word a lot, like new style.
Mm-hmm.
I always challenge that, because a style is only predicated on if your team wins with it. Because when Golden State started winning, right? Golden State had been running that for 2 years before they started winning, and no one said it was the new style. That Miami Heat offense with Chris Bosh at the 5, Dallas was running that before, but nobody said it was the new style that he started winning with it. So I always say, like, a style is predicated on who you have on your team and can you win with it. Because the style can change year over year depending on who's going to win the championship, right? So
Right.
I don't I don't like to get caught up in the what's the new style versus what wins at the end of the day. Because if you don't have a great shooting team, you run a lot of off ball action to get easy shots. You run a lot of sets. And again, that's what I got on Darvin Ham about last year. You can't run high ball ISO if you don't have great shooters. You run sets, you constantly run high post action, you constantly run V cuts, curls, pin downs. Like you gotta constantly move. You don't got shooters to be standing on the court. And again, that's on your head coach to implement that play style. He wanted to do the 1 in 4 route. You can't do that when you got Brian. Again, you got Brian and AD. You could run that with Milwaukee. Look, Milwaukee had to switch that up. They tried to run that last year. That's why Budenholzer got fired. You can't run that because now you got Dame with Giannis. You hear what I'm saying? You can't run that 1-4 if you got two dominant ball handlers. You can't do that. Again, that's why the Lakers offense looked so stagnant, because you got two dominant ball handlers and they try to turn AD into just a straight shooter. So again, your offense is really predicated on what players you have and what kind of coaching style your coach has. Does he have a motion offense? Does he have a post, high ISO? Like it really depends on that, because Lakers could come in this year, right, and run that double horn a lot and run that high post, and then next year everybody gonna be like, "This is the new NBA. You need a dominant ball handler and a big that can move." You get what I'm saying?
It definitely changes for sure. That's why I asked you.
Yeah, it changes every year.
It changed after 2020. It changed after Giannis won. It changes all the time. It's a copycat league for sure. Next question is, what up, Gravy? He said, is 80 at the rising or falling part of his career? And I'm going to add more onto that, Gravy, for the question. Right, Balder's Life. This is for you. We're gonna keep going back and forth. This is a good. This is a good. Damn it. I'm smoking, y'all. Apologies, but this is a good stretch, I should say. Right. So, when is 80 at the rise and the falling part of his career? Give me how you think 80 is going to play this year, and how far can 80 take this team this year? Go ahead, Bob.
All right, so obviously Anthony Davis is not. He's closer to falling than rising. He's not fallen yet. At the end of the day, he is still 31 years old. That is still young in the NBA. However, I will say a lot of 23, 24-year-olds are coming in the NBA dominated. So if you say how many more years AD got it is of being elite, I would say about 3-4 more years. 2-3 more years of AD being arguably top 5 in the world. What do I think AD is going to be? Or every year I've been saying this, AD's guaranteed to give you 28 and 12 if he's in the right play style, right? Mm-hmm. I do think AD could get about 27, 12 rebounds, 3 blocks a night. The thing that I think will happen is, like y'all said, if he's getting the ball more on the high post, I think the assist numbers will go up. I think Anthony Davis is good enough where he could get you about 4 or 5 assists a game. Easy. So, and I actually, you know what? I see AD getting a couple triple doubles this year. Maybe like 2-3 this year where he got 10 assists. That's how good I think Anthony Davis is going to be when they start moving the basketball in JJ Redick's system. Those were the two questions, right? Is he the rising, falling? And what would he do this year? Yeah, but obviously, all y'all know how I feel about Anthony Davis. I still think he's a top 5 player in the world. I'm not going to change my mind till I see something different. AD is still elite. So when people want to say he's fallen, I don't think he's fallen. However, he is in his, not twilights here, but his prime is coming to an end.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that, Balder's Life.
Okay.
I get your point. I really do. But he said rising or falling. I'm gonna have to say rising, because I feel like when he was hurt, that was considered a down. That was considered falling, in my opinion. And I feel like over the last 2 years, being healthy, and he could put on a consecutive year streak of being healthy, Anthony Davis playing like this, to me, that's him going from being top 10 to top 5 in the world. If you still capable of doing that while you're still in your prime, I mean that you are still rising. We all said if AD has a great year and the team is winning, he's always in it. He could be in the MVP conversation. If this team takes off and he gives us 27 and 12 and 3 blocks, and we a third, a 3 or 4th seed, something like that, he should be in the MVP conversation. You know what I'm saying? He's still, to me, that's rising. He's still that caliber of player. Best two-way player in the league. And I've said that a million times, and I'm yet to have anybody challenge me on it, which is kind of disappointing because I want to argue that point so bad. But you can't find me another better two-way player than Anthony Davis. Go ahead, so.
Yeah,
Serious, bro.
AD is rising because, or what's the one thing you get as you continue to play in the league outside of your athleticism, whatever? You get smarter.
Yeah, smart.
You get you get smart. You can have all the experience you want, but if you ain't learning from it, then it's just experience. Is like having a job. You could be there 20 years and still not know nothing. You get smarter. You learn how players move a little better. You learn how people guard you a little better. And even throughout his injuries, one thing he always did when he was on the court was attempt to play hard. And that's the only way you learn. So as he continues to have the ball in his hands more and Brian plays more off ball, they run more sets that actually dedicate to his play style, he'll get better. So for me, he's going to rise because I feel like this is the first time since he's been with the Lakers, he's going to actually have a play style that caters towards his strengths versus everyone else's. Because every year AD's been with the Lakers, the play style hasn't been for him. He's just that good where he can get his 25 and 12. But the sets, the offensive sets haven't been catered towards AD skill sets, if you think about it. So I just think he's going to rise with the ball in his hands. And I expect AD, for me, it ain't really about AD points this year. I want his assists to go up and his rebounds to go up.
It sounds like you've been going to the school of big art sports, bro.
Hey, I did this. I did this. Look, I did this for 25 years.
You gotta be. You might be a candidate for the law firm. Ballers like we still got a law firm.
Oh, big facts. No. He will make a great addition to the law firm.
Look, a lot of people can't talk basketball with me, or I talk X's and O's.
I do too. I do appreciate the conversation for sure.
Yeah, but I got him rising because I want this year. This is my goal for AD. And if he gets this art, I'm coming back on your channel and be like, see, I told you. 23, 7, and 15. That's my goal for AD this year. 23, 7, and 15. That's what I want.
That means for that to be successful, that means a lot of other people got to carry some weight.
Yep. I expect that this year. I expect Reeves to get a little better under JJ Redick's offense because he's been raving about him all season. I expect D'Lo to get a little better off ball movement a little more. Again, he has a coach that can cater towards his offensive style now. So I expect him to find more open shots now versus the one-on-one ball ISOs.
Oh no. I just
I'm gonna come back. Hey, when the last game? Let me check. I'll be back. I think
with them extra touches. How long you been listening to my show though?
It's been a minute since I started my channel. It's been hard for me to catch other people's ones, but it's been a minute. I think I haven't been on your channel since last season.
Okay, so you've heard my 3 keys to passing Anthony Davis the keys, right?
Nuh-uh. I ain't heard.
Yeah, I gotta break it down. I know people get tired of hearing it, but I don't care. Just can't magically give somebody the keys. It has to be a process, my G, right? And it's 3 parts. The first part is that you got to pay the man like he the man. You know what I'm saying? The franchise, make him a franchise player. The Lakers did that when they gave Anthony Davis the largest salary extension ever in NBA history. Part 1 was completed last year. Part 2 was that you have to have a coach implement a style of play on the court that makes Anthony Davis the number 1 option, right? Part 3 is that you have to have a team buy into that system and implement it on the court and make sure that Anthony Davis is the number 1 option. Without all 3 of them things working, the keys will never be past Anthony Davis. So I'm gonna form that into a question at the end. With the style JJ Redick is bringing, with more touches seemingly for AD, more plays and sets ran through him consistently, do you foresee part 2 and part 3 being fulfilled this year?
Yeah, because again, Brian don't need the keys. Like Brian is Brian. Brian can roll out the bay to score 25. Like, and I think JJ Redick knows that. I think him and Brian doing the podcast, I think they've come to an understanding of like what they want in the offense. I think they got a head start, and people hating on JJ's hiring and not realizing they really got a head start if you think about it, Art. Because most coaches come in and through training camp and the first 10 games, you try to figure out what your players kind of like skill sets are and what they like. They already know it because they've been doing the podcast. So they've had in-depth talks. Even throughout last season during the playoff, they were doing the podcast. So JJ's come in with a head start. Brian don't need the keys. And Darvin Ham didn't realize that Brian gonna find his 25. And the reason I say that is because last year, you can go pull the interviews. Brian said it like 4 or 5 times. He can play off ball if need be. He said it 4 or 5 times. He literally said it. He said he could play point guard. He could play off ball. He said it 4 or 5 times, both. So again, I expect this to be AD's offense. Because again, AD and Rob Pelinka had multiple conversations about hiring JJ Redick, even though he probably wasn't the final say so. This offense is going to be AD dependent. And you can tell it. AD looks confident on the floor yesterday. Like he just looks confident.
Yeah, he was confident in his decision making. I thought it was part of the rollover from the Olympics, just the and kind of last year too, but just how they got some of their chemistry back. I really think that was the case in the Olympics, man. Some special. It's something special could happen with this team. I'm not saying it will or nothing like that, but
yeah,
I'm just saying, y'all, little things like this that happens through the off season or leading in the preseason can really affect the team. You know what I'm saying? How they play throughout the whole year. I'll tell you.
Agreed.
Seen it happen before.
Yeah, we ain't saying they go win the championship. We just saying it looks a little better. Even though it's preseason, it's just something in the air, basically. It's just something in the air.
They was killing this team. They was like, this team is garbage.
Yeah.
This team is garbage. You know, you guys hired a nobody. So, hey, it is what it is. And it seemed like the players then bought into what he's doing. Because it was impressive to see at least we looked at how organized we looked in the first 2 preseason games. Shows that what we're doing in practice is being learned and being implemented on the court. So that's very, very impressive for the first 2 preseason games. What up, T Killer? I think JJ gonna make it to a point to get 80 the ball this year. He said out his own mouth, and it was almost a slight at Darvin Ham. He was like, it's never going to be a game where 80 has 0 1 or 2 touches. And he said he's going to make sure that if 80 is cooking or whatever he needs the ball, he's going to get the ball. And it's not going to end in the 4th quarter. So, yeah, that was another thing I like to hear about JJ. But he got some making up to do. You know what I'm saying? So, to make up for him not voting for 80 for our defensive team, he need to make him the MVP this year.
Man, you still on that, man?
Man, he said it, not me. He said it on media day. I think it was either media day or at the end of the first practice on training camp. No, it wasn't. It was on Zach Lowe podcast. He was like, if Anthony Davis wants to be the MVP, if he wants to be the best player in the world, we're going to make him the best player in the world. We're going to make him the MVP. I said, well, do it then, nigga. Sure. I mean, you know what? I don't know if I liked it or hated that comment, but he said it just like that. So, hey, he got plans for dude, and hopefully it worked. Because if he is an MVP candidate, that means the team is doing real good, real good.
And again, we can only go off of what they're saying, right? We can only go off what they're saying right now because everything is hypothetical. But just from what all three of them are saying, even in the press conference for media days, it looks like it's going to be AD centric.
What does that look like? Just more touches, or
no, AD centric. See, more touches doesn't mean it's AD centric. That's just probably just means ball movement and you creating the action. I think AD centric means the play style is going to be catered towards his strengths versus everyone else's strengths, which I've been begging for the last 3 years. The offensive sets, where he gets his touches at, because again, AD can get a touch at the wing outside the arc, right? But that doesn't mean that's an AD centric offense, because it isn't. AD should never catch the ball on the wing unless he's wide open for a three. He should always be in the high post, on the elbow, on the nail, right? Other than that, he should be either posting up or in a sharp corner, 5-8 feet sharp corner. But if he's catching it on the wing, which he was doing last year, trying to get past it into Christian Woods, that is a horrible offense, and that is not catered to AD.
No,
this year the offense is going to be AD centric.
Okay. So
Austin Reeves is going to have to learn how to play off of AD versus AD playing pick and roll with Austin Reeves.
Yeah, he's going to have to be more of an Alex Caruso this year. Hopefully he can pull that off. But that leads to my next question, right? Baller's Life. You've been listening, right?
Yeah.
The end of the game. Now we're gonna go all the way to the end of the game. Say it's winning time. And y'all know it's always been LeBron time when it's winning time, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the ever since it's been LeBron and AD. Maybe not the first year, but every year after that. Fourth quarter is Bron time. Just carry him all the way till we can get to the fourth quarter. So woo. Is it AD in the fourth quarter time? What you think?
I think it depends. Okay, obviously, if the game is tied or we're down by a lot, not a lot, meaning if it's a 1 or 2 possession game, yes, I think you could go to AD, feed him the ball. Cool, right? Last shot, I think it should be either a LeBron ISO or a LeBron AD pick and roll. Me personally, if it's one shot to win the game, I don't think AD either catching on the high post or dribbling the ball is the best scenario. I do think it has to be in LeBron's hands. However, if it's a fourth quarter with the last 5 minutes here, you could feed AD the ball, throw him an alley-oop, give it to him on the high post, let him cook, let him go to work. Yeah. So I think it depends on which scenario you're talking about. But also,
hold on, because that was slick as hell.
It was like
that was super slick, bro. That was crazy, bro. You just said both ways, and you can't have it both ways when we talk about somebody being the man, right? I know Brian, because I'm gonna say this, and please don't take this the wrong way, right? But I watch a lot of basketball, a lot of Lakers, a lot of Brian, right? So when I cover the games, game in, game out, I used to sit back specifically last year, and watch whatever happens to the fourth quarter, and then Brian feels like he has to be ISO for the whole quarter, take over the game. JJ Redick made a specific point not to have that happen anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because it didn't work. Sorry, y'all. We seen it 2 years ago when we got swept by the Nuggets. Brian trying to play hero ball in the fourth quarter doesn't work.
See,
what?
Now you're being slick.
No, I'm not. Tell me the last time when it mattered that Brian going hero ball in the fourth quarter worked.
But Art, this is what I'm saying. See, there you go being slick too. I literally said the last 5 minutes, give AD the ball, force feed AD, let him cook. The last game-winning shot is when LeBron James should have the ball in his hands. I'm not saying the whole fourth quarter, Art. I'm saying the last. If it's a minute or under, keep the ball in LeBron's hands. That's what I'm saying.
You asking them to carry this man for 3.5 quarters now, and that's not fair.
No. 3 quarters in 10 minutes. 3 quarters in 11 minutes.
3 quarters and 11 minutes.
3 quarters in 11 minutes. The last minute, let LeBron cook.
No, it got to be AD to take the shot. If you say, say what JJ Redick say turns out to be true, where AD can be afforded the opportunity to cook, right, in the fourth quarter, right, and it's the last shot, right, and he been cooking, right. Why shouldn't he be able to take that shot? I get it. We got LeBron James on the team, but you know what? This ain't 2K. He don't have to take every last one of those shots.
Agreed. You could give Anthony Davis the ball in the last. Okay, all right. Here's what I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about in situations, right? Obviously, if AD is cooking in the fourth quarter, you give AD the ball. If the Lakers blew a lead or they're getting back on a team effort and it comes down to the last shot, that's why I said put the ball in LeBron's hands. Let LeBron and AD do a pick and roll, or let LeBron drive in and kick it out to a shooter. But I was talking strictly about which scenario are we in. Obviously, if it's a whole quarter, let Anthony Davis cook. Let him bring him back in the game. But if the scenario is that the Lakers either lost the lead or just got a lead in a team effort, I'm putting the ball in LeBron's hands the last minute. That's all I was saying.
I'm not gonna change what got us there in the first place, right? And when it's time to give somebody a team, a whole franchise, and for people to say it's your team now, that's for your job. You make shots to win games. AD, so much so, AD don't even get the credit for the game winning plays, shots, blocks, and things that he has made. Because I heard people say that he can't do it. You know what I'm saying? But if you really look at AD throughout his career and with the Lakers, he's a very clutch player.
Agreed.
Go ahead, Zoe. What's your take on this, bro?
It's weird when I be hearing like the last shot thing. So as a point guard, right? In college, if we drawing up a game-winning play, right?
Mm-hmm.
If AD's skill set doesn't match the game-winning play, he won't be involved. So if you think about AD being involved in a game-winning play, the play has to be catered to his actual skill set. Because if it's Brian drives and kicks it to the corner, that'll never be AD. But if JJ draws up a play where it's a high post, maybe AD creating the action, and if it isn't there, somebody sets a screen for AD, he goes one-on-one for a 15-foot fadeaway. You get what I'm saying? So, like, it's up to, honestly, we could say all day we want AD to take the shot, but it depends on the play call that JJ Redick draws up to win the game. Because, again, if you're going to call a play that's heavy ball ISO, it's going to always go to Brian. You get what I'm saying? So the plays that he draws need to be catered towards where AD can get his shot off. Because if it's we need a quick three.
So does Brian, though, because Brian worst game-winning shots is the ones where he just sitting there dribbling, waiting to try to make a move.
That's what I'm talking about.
What he's going to do. So to me, they get the ball the same way in the clutch, where it's in the post, high keys, whether left, right, center. Where is it, right? To me, both of them taking that shot is the same rate.
You're real slick for that, Art. You're real slick for that. Because obviously LeBron could drive and kick. See, this is how you
I was just really just talking about how he can get the ball. Like
exactly.
if you're gonna draw a high screen play, give it to AD. Let him take the 5-footer. But if you're gonna do a high ISO play where he got to drive, and if the shot not there, you kick it to the corner, it's gonna go to Brian. So that's what I'm talking about. It depends on the play style.
AD, y'all swear, y'all both of y'all didn't say he's a point guard. He's a point guard.
But you gonna give it to him, Art, to drive and kick?
Y'all didn't say that.
But he could put the ball on the ground and make a play. If you remember the last play of the second half, of the first half, AD top of the three-point line, put the balls on the ground, does a dribble move, spins, and dunks. See, what are we talking about?
But that's different than the play I just said.
Anthony Davis can score in a lot of different ways.
That's different than the play I just said, though.
But the play you just said, AD could run that play.
You gonna give that play to AD over Bron? That play right there.
Yes.
Okay.
Or stop capping. Stop capping.
As hard as it is for everybody to be like, you know what? As long as Bron is on this team, I want him taking the last shot. I agree, but I've listened to too much nonsense about Anthony Davis should have took the keys. Anthony Davis should have been the man. Anthony Davis should have been took these team over, right?
I
so I'm laying out a plan for that to happen. And in order for that to happen, to be the man, you have to be the man. And the man takes the last shot on his team. Yes or no?
It depends on the play.
It doesn't.
Jordan didn't take every last shot.
Okay, so when Anthony Davis hit that game-winning shot against Joker in the Western Conference Finals, right? That a guard. It looked at just when Dame Lillard ran across the court and hit that series clincher against who was it? Okay, see somebody? I don't remember who it was against. So a guard, Dame Lillard, can run that same play and boom, hit a three to win that series. Anthony Davis can run the same play, boom, to the three-point line and hit a three to win a Western Conference Finals game.
Wait a minute, Art. Wait a minute, Art. That play wasn't even for AD.
It was.
That play was not for AD. Rondo just made a smart play. That play was not for AD. Rondo literally said it. That play was not for AD.
Okay, so Anthony Davis was just running over there for nothing.
Yeah, Rondo made a smart play. AD made a smart play because AD realized Bron didn't slash, so AD just cut out because he needed to be the next person.
So the play was for the person who stood there and did nothing, but the play wasn't for the person who actually ran across the court.
Art, come on now.
Rondo said it. I didn't say it. I'm telling you what Rondo said.
No. Actually, Rondo said it right, but you know what Bron said? I was a decoy. Go look that up.
See,
they got conflicting stories there. Or you get mad at me? They got conflicting stories.
They did because I know Bron would try to craft that narrative. Stop playing with me. He stood there.
There could always be 2, 3. There are 4 players on the court. There's always going to be an option for each player in case the play doesn't work. Yep. And that's what it looks like happened. LeBron didn't move or LeBron got held up. So AD came up and Rondo gave him the ball. But here's the only thing.
LeBron James is the greatest decoy ever. Y'all are missing the whole picture.
All right, let me ask you a question, right? Real quick. I know I already went, right? Let's say you need someone to pass the ball. Okay, LeBron would be involved in the play. Let's say you want to give LeBron the ball in the high post. LeBron would be involved in the play. Let's say you want to give someone the play in the low post. LeBron will be involved. So whether it's AD getting in the low post, LeBron's the one throwing the ball to him. Whether D'Lo is passing LeBron in the low post, LeBron is involved. So there's nothing wrong with saying that the ball would be in LeBron's hands for the last play. We're not saying he's taking the last shot, but LeBron would be the ultimate decision maker when the game is on the line.
Shot though. Yeah, we've always been talking about the last shot. We weren't talking about just Bron having the ball in his hands, nothing like that, because that's a me argument. I should be arguing that because LeBron James can get Anthony Davis the ball in a position every time to make sure that he has the best chance to win the game. Right? We got to do it a little different. We got to do it different, bro. You can't tell me that he could be an MVP candidate, but he can't take the last shots on his team.
He can't, but you're not going to pass the ball to AD, let him dribble, ISO or whatever, drive in the paint. You're not going to do that.
Well, Paul, couldn't you give the ball? Couldn't you give the ball to LeBron? Let him draw the defenders, and then hit AD or hit it.
That's what I just said, though. That's what I just said, there, T Killer. I literally just said that play. That's what I'm confused about. I literally just said that. I said you give LeBron the ball, let
basketball.
I'm saying that all the things that y'all saying that he can't do, I didn't see him do it before. Matter of fact, in the clip that y'all was just commenting on, right? The very last highlight on that clip, Anthony Davis brings the ball up at the 3-point line, right? Passes it off. He do his little jab step left, come back to the right, gets the ball back. Boom, dribble, spin move. Anthony Davis is 6'10" with a 7'5" wingspan. It took him 2 dribbles and a spin move to dunk on on them niggas. What are we talking about? Off a dribble move. It wasn't even an assist. What are we talking about? Off a dribble move. Y'all killing me with this, bro.
I'm confused. I am confused right now.
Thank you.
I am confused.
We are agreeing with you, Art. We're literally agreeing
right
with
now.
you. We're just saying the ball is.
I think the mix-up is how y'all set that up. I think that's where everybody's
There's
getting.
no setup. We're saying
mixed
LeBron got the ball in
There
his
was no
hand.
mix-up. I stated clear as day. There was no mix-up.
No,
When AD made that game winner on Denver, the ball never touched the ground. AD came off of a high post screen and flared out.
But Bron never touched
All
it,
right,
though.
I thought y'all were talking about
Rondo
who
was
should take
passing
the
the
last
ball.
shot.
Let's be real. If Rondo wasn't taking the ball out, if the Lakers didn't have Rondo on the team, the ball was gonna go to LeBron, regardless if LeBron hit AD. LeBron literally said Rajon Rondo is one of the only guys who he knows has an IQ on his level. That is why he fully trusts Rondo.
And he knew if Bron stood there, everybody would think just how you're thinking. Automatically, Bron is going to get the ball. So the greatest decoy ever, all has he do is to stand there. That's all he has to do. And AD, right, can run a screen off of that action and be wide open for a 3, to where Joker have to leave the inbounder to come and try to contest the shot. And he nailed it.
Agreed. And you know what LeBron said? Rondo make I trust Rondo to make that play. That's all I'm talking about. If LeBron trusts someone on his IQ, Rondo, Chris Paul, and like those point guards, obviously LeBron's gonna trust them. Had it been D'Lo or Reese taking the ball out, the ball would have been in LeBron's hands. We all know that. LeBron's not trusting them to make a game-winning play in a playoff game. What was that? Western Conference Finals?
Yep. Shout out to A Courageous, man. He said when AD was in New Orleans, how many games winning shots he took before he should be taking it on the Lakers. Well, if you go back and look at AD with New Orleans, he made a lot of game-winning shots, right? Even with his career with the Lakers, he's had game-winning shots. I didn't see AD have game-winning shots and game-winning blocks in the same damn sequence. Stop playing with me, y'all.
I'm confused though, Art. Nobody not saying AD not clutch, and we not saying don't give AD the ball. All I said was
no. Yeah,
who set up the play?
We started this off right, saying that Bron has to give up the fourth quarter, right? Ball's Life said with AD cooking, we'll start at the 5-minute mark, right, and let him cook. But if it's the last 3, 2, 1. Them kind of shots. He said, "Nah, Brian, it's still Brian." I'm saying it can't be that way when it's your team, because you know why? We get situations like Paul George passing the ball back and forth. Remember, they don't know what to do. We get them kind of moments because we don't know whose our story is no more.
I don't agree with that though, Art. I don't agree with that, and this is why. Example: who team is the 76ers?
It's Joel Embiid.
It's Joel Embiid's team.
Right.
I got 5 in my catalog right now of game-winning plays being ran for Maxey.
I knew you were gonna say that, bro. I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah,
bro.
because Joel
I'm
Embiid is
saying,
not a clutch
AT
player.
Killer. I'm one of them ones. I'm one of them ones.
Stop. You know why that's so, sir? Because Joel Embiid is not a clutch player.
But that's not the key though. That's not what the argument was.
Look, we talk about being
you
clutch.
said no. You're exact. The same thing you just did to me in Baller's Life.
No.
That wasn't what you asked.
That proves my point. I'm so glad you brought that up. Because Joel Embiid is not a clutch player, right? LeBron James, right, ain't as clutch as he used to be, right?
But that's not what you asked.
Philly has to go to Maxey, right? The Lakers have to go to AD.
Art, that's not what you asked though. You said if it's their team, the play should be ran through them. That's not what you asked just now, and that was not the stipulations of what you described.
Yeah. So you arguing semantics right now. Let's just talk ball.
Exactly.
Right? Like
Exactly.
if somebody's drawing all the defenders, yeah, we should pass it to him and then hit the open guy. Like this ain't like rocket science. You know what I'm saying? And I think Art, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what you're trying to say. Like if AD is wide open, why don't we hit him?
Yeah, if AD's open, let's give AD the ball. But it depends on what shot we need, T Killer. If it got 10 seconds on the clock and we need somebody to run it down to 3.
It's always situational, Zoe. It's always
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying don't run half of the plays through AD. I'm just saying it's gonna be up to JJ Redick's play calling, and if that play call is catered towards AD skill set. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, let me reiterate, right, what I mean, right, in the fourth quarter, right, because I have to go back to what we're used to. What we've seen over the last 3 or 4 years in the regular season and in the playoffs is that AD can have a great 3 quarters, but no matter what, he would have 1 touch, 0 touches, 2 touches in the fourth quarter. Lose the game, right? All of a sudden, you would hear Darvin Ham be like, well, I kind of forgot to give AD the ball. Or he'll say something stupid like that after a game. AD will,
that's a fact.
Anthony Davis will probably go out the next game, give you 20 points in the fourth quarter, and win the game. And then all of a sudden, we don't want to do it no more. That's what I mean. If AD is cooking throughout any part of the fourth quarter, it should be against the law to go away from any NBA player, star player, who team it is, when he's cooking in the fourth quarter to go away from him so somebody else could take the shot.
Agreed. We finally on the same page, Art. Now we getting somewhere. We getting somewhere, Art. I like this. I like this conversation.
Well then let's switch it up then, right? Because if say he's not cooking and the game is in a balance, I still want him to take the shot. You know why?
But it don't always go like that, though, Art. Did Brian take every last second shot last year? Yes or no?
Yes.
No, he didn't. I got 4 plays where Austin Reeves took the last shot. I got 4 of them.
Because
Austin Reeves, the play was specifically drawn for him.
The ball was kicked out to him.
No, it was specifically drawn for him.
Or hit out to him on a Brian miss or something.
Nah, those are drawn up, Art. Stop.
It was specific. Austin Reeves. Brian was the decoy. That's what I mean, Art. It's gonna be play specific. Jordan did not take every last second shot. Kobe didn't take every second shot. Brian, when he was with Cleveland and Miami, did not take every last second shot. It's gonna be play call and situational, Art. All I'm saying is
that goes without saying. Every team does that. That goes without saying, y'all. I'm not crazy. Every shot, right? I'm not crazy, but y'all, I think y'all smarter than that. So I think y'all know what I mean in the fourth quarter.
No, all right. Sometimes you gotta tell folks though, like what type of schemes did.
So if somebody else happens to make a game-winning shot, like how y'all was looking at Brian, like I think Michael Marlin put in the chat, Brian is fourth quarter Brian time, right? Even when it is Brian's team and Brian time, all these years in the fourth quarter, other players have hit shots, right?
Right.
So I get it. So when it's to be AD time in the fourth quarter, sure, other players, Brian can hit a game winner. Maybe AD is getting triple teamed in the post trying to make a play, and Brian is wide open in the corner for the game winner.
Right, right.
That's true. That's true.
It's those actions that a number one has, those options, Mr. Point Guard, right?
I'm confused, Art.
You are not confused at all.
Because we're saying the same thing. We're saying the same thing, Art.
No, y'all said it should be Brian time. And then maybe
Art, it must be raining up there in St. Louis, man.
Y'all just want to argue.
It's raining outside, man. You want to argue, man. It's raining outside.
Hey, AD can take a few shots in the fourth quarter now. That's what y'all say.
Hey, I gotta go though, or I gotta go do my football live stream. But before I leave, one question. And T Killer, you can answer this too. It's 15 seconds left on the clock. We run a volleyball high ISO. You know what a volleyball high ISO is? It's where you catch the ball on your strong hand side at the volleyball line and you burn 10 seconds off the clock and you shoot it with 5 on the clock just in case we get an offensive rebound. Who you run that play for, T Killer?
I'm running it for LeBron, to be honest with you.
That's all I'm saying, T Killer. That's all I'm saying. Art, who do you run that play for, Art?
Whose team is it?
That ball goes to Jackson. That ball goes to Jackson Hayes.
Jackson Hayes.
Hey, Art, it's raining outside in St. Louis. Art just will argue with people, man.
Hey, that's fine. I'm in Springfield, Illinois. So, hey.
He just will argue with people, man. But I gotta go, man. I'm gonna pull up more though. Art, I got a little free time now. I'm gonna start pulling up a little more, man.
For sure. I appreciate that.
Hey, Zo, be good, bro.
Man, y'all be cool, man.
Be easy, man. All right, Nico.
What's going on, man?
What's up, man? I thought you was gonna jump in.
Man, we all just got a little bit dumber listening to that conversation.
You know what?
I was like, what is going on here?
Oh my God. Hey, I'm just saying, we need fourth quarter AD time, bro.
Ain't no fourth quarter AD time. That fool's garbage fourth quarter. Come on.
So what happens when we fall into that trap when
Then
we look
lose
good
the game,
for 3
period.
quarters and then we go away from what we go away from what is winning us games?
It happens all the time, bro. I'm surprised you're not used to it yet.
And that's my point. We got a new coach and a new system that now we got a chance. Not
I
to
don't
do
know.
that no more.
I don't know how much faith you got in this new coach and new system, bro.
I seen him look like he can give, this team a real boost with play calling alone.
Yeah, but we're missing talent.
That part.
I don't know. I think the talent that y'all are speaking of is not the talent that we have, but I think the talented players that we have, what they're good at is all the talent that we need.
No, we need more, bro. We need more. Only this type of talent and hard effort can win you some games, yes, but they can also lose you a lot more.
If they give us this kind of effort and efficiency and 3-point shooting ability, then that pressure that you're putting on, you need to put that on Bron and AD.
And the coach, right?
And the coach, I agree. And the coach. I just think that if we always look at the surrounding pieces around Bron and AD, right?
Yep.
And just think for a second if they do their job, if they can do their job, right?
Yep.
And Bron and AD at their best, how they playing now, we could beat anybody.
You could, but that's only in the regular season. Playoffs another animal.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm gonna say what I said yesterday and say, can we make it to the postseason before we start talking about the postseason? Can the regular season start before we even start going?
We're talking about can we at least get to the
Good
bubble
question.
play, the bubble playing, not the playoff.
Hey, I'm telling you. So when we 8-2, because the energy to me is different.
Oh,
we're going
3-7. We're going 3-7.
We don't have 3-7 energy. I'm sorry. Not how we have kind of caught on really fast to the kind of offense JJ Redick want to run, because you wouldn't look that neat and that clean. You know what I'm saying? Even though they had their fair share of turnovers, but they knew what they were doing. You wouldn't have that so fast if they wasn't practicing at all training camp.
Oh no, they have been practicing, and he's got a system in play, which is good. He's got his guys motivated. That's good. It's just putting it all together, make sure everybody's on top. But even so, man, I don't see it, man.
It sounds like it hurt when you're positive.
What's that?
It sounds like it hurt when you're being positive.
Yeah, man, because it's bad, bro. This is a 30. Hey, this is bad, bro. Hey, Art, I'm gonna be honest. This is a 37-win team, bro.
Oh no. Now if
37. 37, bro.
If Anthony Davis,
and I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt.
If Anthony Davis plays how he's been playing the last 2 years, this is not a 37-win team. If Brian plays how we know Brian can play, he can play the same way he played last year, right? 47 games we won last year. We're not 10 games worse than where we was last year, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give him 38.
You know what? We're not 9.
You twisted my arm. You twisted my arm.
All right. I can't wait.
Hey, Art, I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong so bad. But I just don't see it, bro. I don't see it. 11th seed is our ceiling, bro.
That's tough.
I know that's tough. I know that's tough, bro. I know that's tough. It hurts me to say it. It does.
It's not tough. It's repetitive. It's not tough. It's repetitive. I've heard this all before, right? I remember I was the only person on YouTube who thought the Lakers was gonna make the playoffs. Right? Year before last, we was 13 seed, right? I was the only one saying the Lakers still got a chance, right? Brian got hurt. I was still the only one saying the Lakers had a chance. I said AD gonna carry the team, don't worry about it. AD carried the team. We went from the 13th seed to the 7th seed to the Western Conference Finals. All right, shout out to AD. You know what I'm saying?
So you were the only one who said that?
Yes, I was.
Stop.
And I will put my whole paycheck on it. If you find me,
you better start working overtime.
Hold on, I make over.
Start working overtime.
Ooh, I almost said how much I make, but it's enough. It's enough to cover. You know what I'm saying? And I will bet my whole paycheck if you gonna find me somebody when Brian got hurt. After Brian got hurt, you know what I'm saying? Because Brian missed 20 games before the end of that year, and AD won a Player of the Month for March and April, and he was doing Wilt Chamberlain type things. And we went from the 13th seed to the 7th seed.
Did he get hurt that year?
Yes. He missed he came back maybe with 3 games left, but before that he missed 20 straight.
He exerted himself. Then I remember that he exerted himself so much that. Yeah, I got you, man. I remember that. That's why I asked. Did he hurt himself?
I forgot how he got hurt.
Yeah, me neither. I mean,
yeah, I think he twisted his ankle, something like that,
right?
High ankle sprain.
Something. The AD carried them niggas all the way to the damn Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
So I'm saying,
I'm telling you, I'm hoping I'm wrong.
I'm
just want to put it on tape. That I'm hoping I'm wrong.
You put a lot of other stuff.
I told you. All right, I got 2 questions if you'll allow me, brother.
Yeah, sir.
All right, so I was just listening to y'all talk or whatever, and I'm the notebook god, so I had to write something down in my notebook. 2 questions, real quick, right? While Nico's still on. So, are the Lakers living and dying on jump shots this year, depending on the matchup? That's the first question.
Mm-hmm. To me, that would be a no. When you have a team who your 2 best players is probably better than your 2 best players, and then they go, Brian, you know what I'm saying, is still a driver to the basket. AD still is going to be a dominant force in the paint. Just off our nature, we're not going to be solely a 3-point shooting team. So we're going to shoot more threes, but I think JJ Redick is smart enough not to take away our bread and butter. We just don't really talk about everything that we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so please believe we're going to be a well-rounded team who probably take more threes, because you got to think we're going to go from 28th in the league, 29th in the league in 3-point attempts. If we take more threes to be 15, then we just middle of the pack, and then we still can have the same kind of inside-out offense. Especially
you think you almost helping teams out doing that, right?
No, I think with how JJ Redick is going to run this offense off a lot of different actions, off of different curls, especially for our shooters, on top of the drives and kicks that we were just only seeing last year. With the 3-point shooting ability that we do have, I think if we shoot at a high clip, T-Killer, we're going to scare a lot of teams.
No, but remember, Art, I said depending on the matchup.
I think the matchups are not going to be dependent, right, anymore on the other team. I think the matchup is going to be what teams what the teams have to do against us.
Nico, you got any thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think where the problem is not taking the shots. The problem is making them. Are we going to be making them at a high clip? Can we shoot in the 40%? That's the question. If we can, other teams, we're going to be deadly. We're going to be a problem. Mm-hmm. If we can't, if we're in the low 30s, they're just gonna do what they've always done. Pack the paint. Don't let AD do his thing, and dare them to shoot. Then we're gonna have it's a repeat of all over of last year. They could take 50, 60 shots. I don't care. They have to make them. They have to be in the 40% to make it a very dangerous thing to have us look like a threat from the outside. That'll open up the paint for LeBron and AD to do what they need to do, get easy buckets and get to the free throw line. That's
agreed.
So that's all so we'll see how we are as a shooting team. That's gonna that's gonna help a lot. What's up?
That's a good point, bro. Because when they didn't shoot a lot, put us like 20th or 29th, but our 3-point percentage last year was like top 6, top 7. We got a lot of good 3-point shooters, because somebody in the chat was like, we don't have any like what do you say? Knock down 3-point shooters, or like legit. I think he said legit 3-point shooters. And I'm like, well, so what is a legit sniper? Is it just somebody who shoot over 40%, or
I think a sniper would probably be somebody who just sits in the 3-point line and just doesn't do anything but just sit there and stand and wait for the ball to get to him. He's not a creator. You're not asking him to be a penetrate the paint, to a dribble handoff. No. Your job is just to sit in that corner and let the ball come to you and just be ready to shoot and be that sniper.
I think when people talk about 3-point shooting, they pay too much attention to attempts. How many attempts does this dude have, right? And it's like that don't necessarily make you all right. You just shoot the 3 all game, but what if you just like a guy that can just hit a big shot at the right time? You know what I'm saying? Like there's 100 different ways to look at that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what about Taurean Prince, y'all?
He can hit a big shot every now and again.
But he's exactly what Nico described as a legit sharpshooter, somebody who's willing to stand in the corner, shoot at a high clip, and can regardless knock down the 3. Well, people hated Taurean Prince. What I'm saying is that we got one shooter, right? Broke the Lakers' all-time 3-point shooting record. He made more threes than any other Laker in 1 3 ever. That guy shot 42% from 3 last year at a high clip. We have another guy who shot 42% at a high clip, who always have the ball in his hands. That his name is LeBron James, right? We have Rui Hachimura, right? Shot 41 point something percent last year. Super high.
Was that from the corner, Art, or was that just
overall? He shot
wow, I didn't know that.
He shot like 46% from the corner, right? Austin Reeves shot 38% last year, like 44% from the corners. Stupid numbers from the corners. Who else? Max Christie, young career, didn't take that many because didn't play a lot, you know what I'm saying? But high 30s, 37, 38%, right? We have the guys who can shoot the threes if you're going off them actually shooting the 3, right? Sneed, what up, Sneed? He said you have to keep in mind that JJ Redick is now also playing with two bigs, so AD will be back in his normal position. As a result, we will force many teams to rely heavily on jump shooting. Yes, because they will want to stay their butt out the paint, and we could be a make or miss team, but I don't think we're going to be relying on our jump shots like do or die, like some of these teams do, like the Sacramento Kings do. Sacramento Kings really rely on their jump shots from everybody.
That's a good example, Art.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good example. Art, can I got the second question. I only had two.
Yes, sir.
So, all right. How does the lack of defense in the backcourt affect this team, especially without Vando?
Nate McMillan is my answer to that. With different coaches comes different philosophies. The last defensive coach we had, Darvin Ham, played the defensive style of running players to help, which is very effective. Don't get me wrong, especially when you have a defensive big like Anthony Davis. But that only works when you have two mobile defensive bigs, and I always knew that. I've always knew that. So with Nate McMillan this year, it's going to be more stay in front of your man. Don't let your man break you down so easily, right? And your help will be there anyway. With the addition of Gabe Vincent back into the rotation, healthy, I like his defensive stance. I think I never thought Austin Reeves was a trash defender, so I'm not mad at him. He's a two guard. He plays as much defense as he can. Rui, I think he's just good enough, right? So if we can hold our own defensively on the perimeter, I think we'll be all right. I think this team finished top 15, top 10 in defense. We'll be all right.
So you think the coaching staff is going to be very key?
Yeah,
if I'm hearing you right.
Yeah, new coaches, new themes, new schemes, new playing styles. We just got to see if it works, and with the talent that we have on this team, led by probably the best defensive player in the league, you can do a lot with that. You know what I'm saying? You can do a lot with that. And coaches make the decisions on whether or not how you're gonna have your defensive schemes. Like Darvin Ham didn't believe in offensive rebounds, right? He felt you had to get back on defense and not allow for no transition points. All right. JJ Redick.
Yes, sir.
JJ Redick is not going to do that because he's not going to, you know what I'm saying, leave AD on the island no more, even though because what it is that AD covers so much, make it feel like other people don't have to do their job. So AD is going to get that rebound, or AD is going to get that putback, so on and so forth. That aspect should change immediately, and it kind of looked like it has, or talked about at least.
No, I agree with you. I do think AD is probably the best defensive player in the league, bro.
He's the best
I do agree with you on that.
And he's the best two-way player in the league as well.
Yeah, probably.
And I've been waiting, T Killer. I said earlier, bro, I've been trying to find somebody to argue that point, and I guess I'm right because ain't not one person told me one person who a better two-way player than Anthony Davis.
Yeah, I mean it would. I mean you could argue it, but it's just tough because I mean the numbers this dude put up, especially last year, like you said, bro. Since he been healthy, AD has just looked like a different guy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I have no problem with anybody saying he's the best defensive player in the league. I really don't. I mean, I seen what he did in the Olympics, and I think he could potentially have his best season he ever had this year. So yeah, I'm not mad at that observation.
Let me see, Michael Marlin, coming straight from Canada. And I wish you would come up here and dispute this. That's the only reason I'm reading it is because I know you, right? Giannis, better two-way player. Giannis defensively ain't in 80 stratosphere. right? Anthony Davis, being the number 2 options, can put up the same numbers Giannis can as the number 1 option. Therefore, Anthony Davis is a better two-way player than Giannis Antetokounmpo. And that's simple. I ain't even got to break it down no more. If you understand that, then you should get it. All right, because I don't give him credit for robbing AD for that Defensive Player of the Year award in 2020, right? Because it's a well-known fact. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know he got robbed. AD got robbed a couple times for Defensive Player of the Year. But it is what it is.
Yeah, Mike, you might as well pull up and just dispute what I was saying.
I think he at work.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just pull up.
John Wick say Wemby
Rudy Gobert will put hands on AD for that.
Man, you know what I miss, Nico, bro? I'm an old head, right? When you were up for awards, it was key games against like the people who were first, second, and third, right? When they played each other, those were like key games, key moments. So I'm thinking myself this past year, Anthony Davis killed Rudy Gobert every time they played him, dunking on him, scoring 40 points, 20 rebound games. You know what I'm saying? Against killing the Twin Towers, right? when we got to Wemby, we had a back-to-back against San Antonio. AD destroyed Wemby. Dunking on him, shooting threes, everything. Had more points, rebounds, blocks to him, and everything, bro.
That part.
But these guys are supposed to be so good, better defensively. Why couldn't they stop AD? But AD can turn around and stop them, though. That's why the Defensive Player of the Year award is a fraud now.
I mean, like I thought Wemby should have been 3 or 2, whatever you want to put him at, right? Because he was ridiculous defensively, but it's like it didn't affect winning at all. I mean, what'd they win? 21 games? You know what I'm saying? And you can say their squad is trash or whatever. That ain't putting down Wemby. I'm just saying, like.
But that's how the award is picked, T-Killer. That's how
You're saying what I'm saying, Art. You're saying what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I knew Rudy was gonna win because the Wolves had the best record. They were the number 1 defense.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I knew he was gonna win the award.
They don't go off for just flat out who's the best defensive player in the league. They go off the best player on the best defensive team, and the only time they'll switch it up is if a player is like super duper liked, like Wemby. People just ready to give it to Wemby for whatever reason because he's 7'5" and he can shoot threes barely because he shoot like 32% from 3, but nobody want to hear that part, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they want to give it to the nice new shiny toy all the time, right? But me, T-Killer, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 38, bro.
So you remember you remember the Mark Edens of the world and the Kempe Mutombos, rest in peace.
Yes, sir. I used to use him in what's his name on NBA Jam all the time. Raul.
Yeah. And these players used to average 4-5 blocks a game for a whole year. Right? But just because you average a lot of blocks don't mean that you're the best defensive player in the league. And just because y'all like Wemby, don't give him stuff that he don't deserve, bro. He said first team all defense.
Don't you know, Art?
Finished second defensive player. No, you should not have one, bro.
Hey, Art, don't you know NBA is a popularity contest?
But for some things, yes, Nico, I agree. But we all know that the Defensive Player of the Year is given to the best defensive player or the perceived best defensive player on the best defensive team. That's the norm, right? And the exception to that rule, Nico, is what you said, the popularity contest, right? Because I get it. He averaged a lot of blocks. Because Wemby's team, right, defense was in the 20s, right? that means y'all have to disqualify him because y'all disqualify Anthony Davis because his team defense, right, was trash. But y'all ready to give it to Wemby when his team defense is trash. You can't tell me AD didn't have a better defensive impact on our team than Wemby had on his team. Otherwise, it would be like Nico said, impact winning. Show me where Wemby's defense impacts winning. Nigga.
It don't.
What up, Hell Real?
It just don't.
It's goofy, bro.
Shut up, Hell Real. Talking in the chat.
He said it's an argument to be better, though. No, it's not because Anthony Davis finished first team all defense, right? Had more votes than him. And AD finished second team all offense. So I don't get what you're saying. So AD was first team all defense too. And I think AD finished third or fourth. He was so disrespected. Because I think Bam finished something like that.
Yeah, he should have been second, in my opinion, but
I think he should have won it.
Could have put Wemby at third or whatever. Well, I'm just talking about the criteria they use, Art, because, like I said, you know, the Wolves had the best defense in the league. That's why I knew Rudy was gonna win. You know what I'm saying?
They should have went. Hey, like I would have gave Wemby second. I would have got AD first. I would have went Wemby. I would have went Bam out of bio, and then I would have went Rudy Gobert.
I'm not even mad at that.
That's what I would have went. To me,
that's just individual like defensive players. Like, yeah, I'm not mad at that at all.
Yes, top 5 best. To me, in my opinion, the best 5 defensive players in the league.
I'll give Wemby his credit. Like, yeah, he was, bro. He was blocking everything. He was a problem last year. He's gonna be worse this year, like, or better, I should say. But, yeah, when your team wins 21 games, I don't know, dude. You ain't the defensive player of the year. I'm sorry.
Right, bro. It's just he's 7'5". Like it should be a lot of blocks should be assumed. And that should make you actually look at you know what I'm saying, how he really plays defense. Like a telling story should be how he plays against people his own size or people close to his size, right?
That's a great comparison, Art.
Yeah, and all the bigs in the league killed Wemby every time he played him. Because he can't body nobody, he can't stay in front of nobody, right? He trails every time trying to get a chase from behind block because of his length. You know what I'm saying? But the skilled bigs in the league, namely Anthony Davis, killed him every time. Y'all go back and look at that, bro. Because I promise you, AD was bullying him. Putting his shoulder in his chest and everything, bro.
And naturally, because he's not strong, bro. He's a string bean right now. You know, like he gotta get his weight up. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, like I get it. He was great at defending shots and whatnot, but like, I mean, the team didn't amount to nothing. Like. And it's like you would think, like, you got this great defender on your team, maybe that might, but that's a team thing. I'm not a Sacramento fan. I don't really watch them like that, so I don't know. I mean, you can say Wemby should have got this, should have got that. I knew Rudy was gonna win just based off the Wolves' success last year, and then they had the number 1 defense.
Mm-hmm. He said he 240 now. He ain't no damn 240, bro. He did not put on damn 35 pounds, bro. Come on, stop capping, John Wick. And that's what I'm saying. You got to add weight to this nigga. To me, that's weird, bro. Killer, he said, would you trade Wemby for Porzingis?
Wemby for Porzingis? I'd have to think about it, but my gut says yes. I'm just trying to think of fit with the team. But I probably would. I probably would, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. Because with that team, he wouldn't need the ball in his hands. He wouldn't be the star that everybody think he's going to be. He would just have to play defense and get rebounds and score when he can. Just
He's
have
gonna get lobs, putbacks,
all kind of stuff,
offensive rebounds, and he can hit a shot when we need him to. Yeah, I would do that. I would do that.
But y'all see this video playing in the background? That's Wemby that AD is dunking on. I just want y'all to watch it all over again, over and over again. You know, this
over and
great,
over again.
This great defensive guy who's to be the defensive player of the league is getting dunked on and getting murdered by people who are way better. Who you would normally give the person who shut them down, like Anthony Davis, you normally would give them credit.
I mean, the problem for me, Art, is he's a rookie. I mean, I ain't expecting you to get defensive player of the league as a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, you're major talented, but I mean, we've seen this dude's frame. Like, he's a 7'5". Like, he's skinnier than Kevin Durant. So it's like, pardon me. Yeah, you got to let this dude develop.
I said that before he got drafted, Wemby, if they make him a jump shooter, he's going to have an average career.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I just don't think he's going to have to do that. I just think he'll figure out how to post up, and then I think he'll be cash like inside 15 feet. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to be able to block his shot.
But
I don't think he has to be.
think he's a good jump shooter though, like that though. Like, I get what you're saying, because he, like what you said earlier, how he's body style 7 foot Kevin Durant. Like, if he was to develop a post game, it'll be that kind of post game, like a post game step back, one leg jump shot, those kind of plays, fadeaways, one dribble pull ups, things of that sort that KD and them can do at a tall. Wemby can do it, but he's not very efficient at it. It looks good, but the shot don't go in. I'm telling y'all.
I hear you, bro. I hear you, bro. I'm just saying, if that happens, he's gonna be an absolute problem in this league, bro.
Yeah.
Because how are you gonna stop that?
Yeah, same way.
If anybody around him is smart, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna develop that. They're gonna get him with the Hakeems and just dudes like that just know how to really get busy, like within 15 feet. Like, bro, you're not gonna be able to stop it. And then never mind, like, just the lobs and the putbacks and it's gonna be a problem. They just gotta surround him with something, because the Spurs are trash right now. You know what I'm saying?
He said KD not 7'5". That's not what we're saying. KD 7.
Yeah, nobody said KD was 7'5", bro.
Right, not 7'5", but like people say Wemby shot to be unblockable if he had a post game. The same way they say KD shot is unblockable because he's 7 foot. Right?
KD can pull up on anybody, and they can't.
Hold on, T Killer. But the thing is,
sorry.
No problem. But the thing is with KD, he has that in his bag. He can shoot the ball really well, no matter where he's at. 3-pointers in the post game. Now, because of Wemby's frame, if he's in the post, he's not backing nobody down. He's doing dribble around moves in the post, trying to do hook shots, or like T Killer said, if he develops some kind of fadeaway game out the post, jump shooting game out the post like KD like, and he makes them, then he's dangerous. But I don't think he can make them. I think if he doesn't get bigger and develop that kind of old school post game where he can get to the basket, oh yeah, Wemby gonna be just another ball with a lot more playing time.
I just think he has way more talent, bro. Like just from what because I actually watched like had to have been like at least 15 Spurs games last year. And yeah, this kid is talented, bro. Like I just think he can acquire skill like a little bit different than like the average player. You know, like he was dribble like at the beginning of the year, remember Art? He was trying to dribble too much and he was getting, people were just taking the ball from him. Because he's so tall, he can't get low to the floor, so he was just getting ripped. But then he kind of figured out, like, all right, I don't even really need to dribble the ball like that. Like, and I don't know. I just think this kid's gonna be really good in this league, dude. And I think he's gonna develop a few habits that are gonna be a problem for defenders in this league.
Yeah, a little bit. If he doesn't turn into a jump shooter, that's the only way I'm agreeing with y'all. What up, Jude? What it do, my G? Been a minute, man, for sure. He said you can't stop Wemby, to be honest. But see, my thing with that John Wick, bro, it's a lot of players that you can't stop, that you can put so-and-so name into that sentence. But it's certain players who can stop themselves. And I'm going to give you an example of one. His name is Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards you can't stop dude. But you know who can stop Anthony Edwards? Anthony Edwards. If Anthony Edwards shoots more than he actually do his get to the rim, dunking on people thing, you make Anthony Edwards a three-point shooter, same way you can make Wemby a three-point shooter. That's not today's strength, then they can be stopped. It's just what it is.
All right, so Art, that's a great point, right? But I would argue that Jaylen Brown was the same way 2 years ago.
If Jaylen Brown couldn't shoot how he could shoot this year, of course, I would agree with that.
That's why basketball is just like a fun sport to watch, because it's like you can see guys that are just bad at something, and then the next year, 2 years later, or whatever. Now that they kind of figured that out, and now they adapted to it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but
bro, like how do you stop the Wemby lob? How do you stop that?
It's players who have that moniker for their whole career and don't win nothing and don't do nothing for real.
No, right? That's true.
And his name is like, you say names like Paul George. Paul George has one of the smoothest games, 3-point shots, right? But who normally stops Paul George? Paul George. It's that same effect, you know what I'm saying? And you got to be very, very transcendent. See, Wemby is transcendent because of his height. He's not transcendent because of his shooting ability, right? None of that. And to be super transcendent, like the all-time greats, right? You have to be transcendent in all levels of the game. If people smarten up to you and know that they can push you out the paint for rebounds, push you out the paint so you don't get your post touches, you might get 5 or 6 less post touches in the game because you were so easily pushed out the paint. That affects your overall game for your overall career and how you can impact the game, to the point where they was like, all right, if we can't run this, just give it to me at the 3-point line. I'll try to shoot it. You know what I'm saying? So Wemby,
no, very true.
Because his shot ain't pure. Like, he's not a good shooter, and you and John Wick, even you cannot tell me that he is a good shooter, right? So if he is pushed out to the 3-point line where he has to rely on his 3-point shot, we live in a dime with that. He can make 2 or 3 of them. I don't care, but hopefully he goes 2 for 7. And that's what he'll do. He takes a lot of threes too. So I'm good.
He does. He kind of fast though. Like, all right, like that's why, like, I just think Wemby's gonna be a problem. Like
he
he's not
should
like
be. He should be. I think he probably will be, but he has to get better at these things, T Killer. Because just being fast.
no. I
like,
totally agree, bro. I totally agree with what you're saying.
For sure. Like in the post, he's able to dribble around people because of his speed. That will only work on a select few people in the league because you're only so fast being 7'5". Like Anthony Davis, that doesn't work on Anthony Davis. When this game right here happened, right, AD was killing them in the paint on both sides of the court. I think he took like 10 threes that game because he had to, because they were losing one, and that's the only shot he can get off regularly was a 3-point shot. And I sat there and I
The
watched
reason,
it, and I sat there and I
the
watched
reason,
this game. Hold on. And I sat there and I watched this game, and I said, you know what? He's taking all these shots. If this be his kind of career, he might be a dud, bro. He can't rely on
the
3-point
reason,
shots all the time. He ain't KD.
the reason I brought up his speed art was I seen this dude be at like the foul line, and he'll get to the 3-point line and block a shot that somebody just fired up like 3 feet behind the 3-point line. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think he's a little different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, he's tall, you know, you can block shots, but like this kid just seems to have a little bit he's smart. He's not a dumb basketball player, bro. That's why I think Wemby's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, of course,
does he win in
gonna be
San
good.
Antonio? I don't know about that, but I just think,
No, he got
this
to do
kid
it.
is going to be something to look at.
Nope, he got to do it. No matter where he's at, if he's going to be everything that y'all say he's going to be, I think Wemby's going to be a good player, right? Do you think he's going to be like transcended or a legendary player, T Killer?
I can't say that yet. It's too early.
All right, I respect it. Okay, I respect that because me neither, and that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. These are the things that's going to have to change for dude because it's glaring to the point where if you don't have a jump shot, it's very telling in this league. You know, if you're being compared to 7'5" people with an offensive skill set, you got to be able to do more than just dribble to the lane because the bigger bigs who can move their feet, you know what I'm saying, is going to make you shoot a low field goal percentage. That's just what they do. That's what Anthony Davis did.
For sure, but
you know what I'm saying?
I'm
That's
just saying,
did
his rookie year, did he live up to the hype in his rookie year? Let's start there.
Yeah, he did because rookies to me.
So I'm saying, bro,
the hype is just the hype. He had a good rookie season, so I expect any rookie in my mind who had a good rookie season, win the rookie of the year. You know what I'm saying? Had a good rookie season. So yeah, but that don't mean that that he gonna be. He's not the next coming. He's not the next. You know what I'm saying? No,
of course not.
Yeah,
of course not. I'm just saying, so far so good, right?
Mm-hmm. He said Wemby moved
That's
his
all I'm
feet
saying,
well.
bro.
So John Wick, he didn't move his feet well on this video I'm playing. He moved his feet right to get dunked on. Jules said that's his wings and height. He's not fast. Yeah, that's what I think too, Jules. I think that his length and his strides make him seem like he's fast. He can cover a lot of ground because he's so damn tall. And I ain't hating, bro. Y'all hating, bro. I don't like when people put people over people who better than them because y'all like him as a player and want him to do good. I don't feel like that's John Wick, that you shouldn't be putting people over, dude. You know what I'm saying? Just because you like him and you think he's going to be the next guy. You can have all that, but he ain't it yet. You sound like a Caitlin Clark fan. And on that note, no, hold on, what my nigga Dolph said. He said he was trying to pull up. I was going to get out of here. I was going to kill it on that note right there, get out. But I forgot my nigga Dolph said he was going to pull up. Yeah, AT Killers, you can stay. Don't leave when I end the stream when Dolph come up, okay? Because
I got you, bro. I'm just shut.
I'm gonna play the game in the background or in the backstage, I should say. So with me, you, Dolph, gonna watch the Saints and the Chiefs game. And anybody else that
I'm chilling, bro. I'm done work. I'm good.
That's what's up. For anybody else who want to come up here and watch the game with us backstage, let's show when I'm on after this. Watch the Chiefs beat the hell out the Saints. Let's get it.
Hey, bro, y'all ain't lost a game yet, huh?
Nah, man, and it's been tough too. Injuries, bad play, bad picks. A few calls went our way. It's been a whirlwind, but you know that's what the been
Bro,
story
we got.
the last few years, bro.
I don't know if you've seen it, Art, but we got. Oh my God, we scored a touchdown in the fourth quarter with a minute left. Homeboy got us. You know, they were talking about did he get 2 feet down? Homeboy stomped on the touchdown, and they did a replay and called it back. They called it good at first, then they did a replay and said it was no good. I was like, this is insane.
Field goal?
Because we were down 5 points. I want to say it was either 4 or 5 points, so we had to get a touchdown. Minute left in the fourth quarter, and Brissett throws a tutty, and homeboy made an unbelievable catch, and he was going out of bounds, and he got 1 foot down clearly, and then he stomped like his other toe down or whatever right before he hit the end zone. And don't get me wrong, it wasn't a good offensive game for the Patriots. You know, we're going through it right now, but I just felt like they robbed us, bro.
Did have y'all changed quarterbacks yet?
Nope. Because the offensive, I think they're worried about young May getting hurt. Because bro, we got one of the worst offensive lines in the league. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I thought he was a placeholder until Drake was ready.
Yeah, no, I mean everybody's calling like, you know, put May in, but I just don't think they want to do it because they just don't really have any high hopes for the season. You know, it's kind of a weird situation. Like the Red Sox are they just don't care about winning. Like the Patriots and the Celtics at least like want to be competitive. Like it's just it's weird in Boston right now, bro. It really is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, the Patriots, y'all gonna be all right. It's just a stage y'all in. Y'all just in the rebuilding stage, and just whatever happens, and y'all trying.
Yeah, I can't complain, bro. We was up for so long, you know. Like, I ain't complaining. I just want to see good football. That's all.
Yeah, but while you going through them trials and tribulations to get back on top, you're not gonna see no good football. You're gonna see bad games. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see you have to wait until somebody there that you know, like Caleb Williams in Chicago, like somebody that you know that like, okay, maybe with this team or with this defense and that quarterback, maybe we could try to turn a corner. But Drake.
It is what it is.
Yeah, we gotta see what Drake can do because I actually like Drake May. I think he's a really good quarterback. And I thought he would have been starting by now. But if the offensive line ain't ready, then I see that's cool. Let him chill.
Yeah. Like everybody want him to start, but he only 22, and I just think Mayo thinks like, why would we put our 22-year-old guy who may not be league ready, you know, into a position where like he might get lit up. You know what I'm saying? Because Brissett's getting lit up, bro. Like he's tough. I gotta give it to him. Like he's getting sacked a lot every game. But it's like I just thought they robbed us in that game. I mean, you score a touchdown with a minute left in the game, and you say like they show the replay. Like the Patriots have like a humongous TV or whatever in the stadium, and they showed it on the stadium, and the dude that scored was just he was just flipping out. Like, are you serious? Like, you can see I clearly dragged my toe before I went down. So yeah, they kind of got robbed of the game. I mean, but you're not supposed to put yourself in that situation. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. We won it for. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all. But who you picking tonight? The Chiefs or the Saints?
I mean, I gotta go with the Chiefs, bro, till they lose. To be honest with you, it just seems like nobody's really beating y'all. So I think this is gonna be a game, though, because I like how the Saints are playing.
Saints are playing good. I'm not as confident as I have been in the last few weeks, but I like the way my team is playing with all the injuries. The people stepping up, Juju, the rookie Xavier Worthy. We picked Kareem Hunt off the street, and he was running good for us these last few weeks. So, and the defense is balling. So, as long as Patrick Mahomes stop throwing picks, I think we'll be all right.
I mean, you got the best QB in the league, Art. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That dude's a monster.
He's been throwing pigs. He's been throwing pigs, but you know what? It hasn't been. He hasn't been able. He has not been able to overcome them. So at least been able to overcome them and keep going and win games.
He just figures it out at the end of the game. Like, that's what I notice about the shit. It's like they can be down, but as long as you give this dude 2 minutes, whatever, like, he figures it out. So yeah, I can't really hate on him.
He better than Tom Brady.
He not better than Tom Brady. He got Brady tendencies. He a game winner. He win. He get them game winning drives. I give him that.
He better than Tom Brady, bro. Okay, you got to give it to him, bro. It's a lot of.
He more athletic. I'll give him that. He more athletic.
No. You got to give him no. Hell no. He throws the ball better than Tom Brady. How about that?
No, he don't. Brady was 300 yards, bro.
T-Killer.
A game.
He throws the ball better than Tom Brady.
No, he doesn't. Just cause he do the sidearm, like that makes him he throws the better than.
No,
come on, man.
That's the icing on the cake. I'm saying he throws the ball. He's a better thrower of the football than Tom Brady. That's just what it is, bro.
No, we can agree to disagree. That's okay.
I mean, shoot. He leads a high explosive, high-powered offense no matter who's there, right? Tom Brady led a dink and dunk offense no matter who was there. So I get it. Tom Brady
Brady lights it up no matter who's on the field. Dude.
He was the GOAT of dink and dunk and went deep every now and again.
Bro, you know how cheap the Patriots are?
I don't care.
Who the cheapest team? Who the cheapest team ever? Like,
I don't care who they had, bro. I don't care who they had because with our wide receivers, no matter whether we got to leave,
I bet you don't
trade one because we can't pay him, whether we got to get one off the street or whether we have to draft one, it's working. And he's still throwing the ball down the field more consistently than Tom Brady ever dreamed of.
Bro, that's what Brady did. He just worked with what he had and made them great. Nobody heard of Malcolm. Like, come on, bro.
Being the first. Well, it wasn't even his team back then, so I don't know why you said Malcolm Brown.
Nah, you sound like Sturdy right now, bro.
No, I don't. I sound like Teddy Bruschi right now. Those are his words, not mine.
I already said Brady was the best player in 3 Super Bowls.
Not his first.
Besides that, we had players, but it's just Brady made everything mesh together. Like there was so many games where like it should have been over, and Brady made game-winning drives. That's why I give him so much props, because that dude refused to lose.
Yep, kind of like Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, no, I give that to you.
Mm-hmm. And Patrick Mahomes has been doing it
I said that
earlier and more often throughout his career. Because because my thing is, bro, right? The reason I will give it to him already is because I was a Rams fan because I was from y'all know I'm from St. Louis, right? So I remember the Patriots back then. I paid attention to them, even back when they had Bill Parcells and stuff like that, right? The Patriots got lucky too, just like we did. Injured quarterback, you know what I'm saying? Like Tom Brady was like a wannabe Kurt Warner story almost. You know what I'm saying? So very familiar with them back then. Tom Brady was a game manager at best. He gets a lot of credit now, but back then, if he threw for 150 yards and no interceptions and no touchdowns, sometimes they'll still win the playoff games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we had a crazy defense.
No, I didn't have a crazy defense. I had a football team led by your defense, right? So
what's the difference between what I said and what you said, Art?
Because that's tightening it up for Tom Brady, right? You had
we had Rodney Harrison, we had Teddy Bruschi.
I know all them guys, right. All them guys, and that team was led by the defense, and the best part of that team was the defense. For 3 Super Bowls, it was like that, right? My point is, hold on, T. Killer, hold on. My point is that now we have Patrick Mahomes, his 3 Super Bowls, his first 3 Super Bowls, right? 3 Super Bowl MVPs, and he's the driving force. He's the main force. The offense is the main force on that team, period. He's more responsible
great player
for his Super Bowls, his first 3 Super Bowls, than Tom Brady was for his first 3 Super Bowls.
All right, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, he had a better start to his career than Tom Brady.
I'm just saying, you got to sustain that.
I mean, it's been six years now. He got 3 Super Bowls for 5 or 6 years. What, he got 3 Super Bowls in 6 years? 5 or 6, all 6 years AFC Championship games?
Sound like the LeBron MJ argument. All right.
No,
to be honest with you.
No, it doesn't, because Tom Brady lost 3 Super Bowls, so it doesn't at all. He has 3 losses.
Yeah, so he didn't lose 6 NBA finals, so yeah. I get what you're saying.
But Patrick Mahomes didn't lose 3 Super Bowls. Tom Brady did. So why are we even talking about LeBron and Michael Jordan?
That's my whole point. You giving the MJ argument right now, bro. 6-0.
No, I'm not. I was saying
3-0.
I didn't say he was 3-0.
We gotta let it play out, bro.
No, T. Killer, stop, bro. Because I didn't say none of what you just said, because Patrick Mahomes has lost Super Bowls too. So I wouldn't say none of them was undefeated. I said their first 3 Super Bowls. Right?
Okay. I'll give you that, Art. I'll give you that, Art. I ain't mad at that.
That's all I said, bro. And he wins another one. If he wins 3 in a row, you're gonna have to come up here and say it, bro.
What do you mean? Didn't he already win 3?
No, I say if he wins 3 Super Bowls.
You mean 3? Oh, you mean 3 in a row?
You have to come up here and say it, bro.
Nah, I'll give you your props, bro. I have no problem with that. You know me. I have no problem giving players their props. I'm just saying, like, bro, like you said, he been in the league 6 years. Like,
this dude get 4 Super Bowls, bro. It's 7 years old. Hey, yeah, it's over.
He get 4 Super Bowls in 6 years. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, man. But man, shoot, don't take it too long, man. I'm finna get up out of here, go give me something to eat so I can watch the game and chill, man.
Yeah, I gotta do the same thing, bro.
I appreciate you for coming through, my guy. Baller's Life came through today. Who else was up here? Nico was up here today. I appreciate you, Nico, man. Zoe was in the building today. Appreciate you too, man, as well. I appreciate my new member, Adrian Torbillo. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you as well. Don't forget to hit that like button on y'all way out if you ain't hit it already. Probably the next time I see y'all will be for the preseason game on Tuesday, because I'm off Tuesday. But I'm going to try to get y'all a couple streams in between time in the meantime. And thank you for coming to Big R Sports. And I'm out, man. Y'all have a good one, man. Peace out, y'all.
Be cool, bro.
Yes, sir.